Ghana, TUAG, and Teachers and Educational Workers Union of the Trades Union Congress, TUC. And before we part company, more than 60,000 members of the Civil and Local Government Staff Association of Ghana are set to embark on a nationwide strike beginning March 9, 2026. The association says the industrial action is intended to press home its demand for the immediate implementation of its conditions of service, which was concluded and approved in 2023. Speaking at a news conference in Accra, the Executive Secretary of CLOCSAC, Isaac Mampo-Addo, said the decision follows what is described as prolonged delays by government in addressing the concerns of members.
The NEC observed that the staff of the services are being taken for granted as reminders to the Ministry of Labour, Jobs and Employment and the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission have not been responded to. Government has been mute over their own promises to implement the unique salary structure and other conditions of service with effect from 1st January 2023. In the light of the above, NEC decided to declare an industrial action to back the demand for better conditions of service for its members. NEC decided further that should the government fail to honor its side of the bargain, the constituents of CLOCSAC will embark on a nationwide strike with effect from 9th March 2026.
And now a joint operation by the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority (GRA) and the National Security has intercepted 12 out of 18 articulated trucks evading taxes valued in excess of 85 million cedis. These trucks were declared transit goods from Ankanu, destined for Niger through Kulungulu, yet were moving without required customs human escort, a major breach of transit procedures. Thomas Nyanko Ampim is the Deputy Minister for Finance.
They were intercepted deep in the night, and so about 11 of them are currently here, as we can see. We haven't seen about 6 trucks as we speak. So investigation is ongoing to identify the location of the 6 trucks that we haven't been able to identify. Initial assessment of this by customs indicated that it was worth about 2.6 million in taxes. But when they did reassessment, they have realized that the actual value of the taxes that is due the state is over 85 million Ghana cedis.
Thomas Nyanko Ampim is the Deputy Minister for Finance, and that's how we end the morning news. Before we go looking at the top stories, government releases 855 million cedis to pay cocoa farmers as majority backs sweeping reforms to revive cocoa board. Military High Command visits injured victims of Burkina Faso attack as it urges traders and residents in border communities to remain vigilant. And Ministry of Education warns students teacher assault will attract severe consequences as perpetrators face arrest, prosecution, and conviction. My name is Josh Quinning. There's more news when you log on to our website, it's 3news.com. Thanks for listening. It's always a pleasure coming your way. Good morning.
3 FM.
The best in the morning is on 92.7. Sunrise on 3 FM. Sunrise on 3 FM. The best in the morning.
Hello again and welcome to the business news on Sunrise. Coming up this morning, downstream petroleum sector faces shutdown as OMCs and bulk distributors demand immediate reversal of LPG funds allegedly diverted to Ghana Cylinder Manufacturing Company.
The MPA knows better. We are calling to retreat of the money, else I believe what we will do to make this done, to be done.
Government of Ghana returns to the domestic money market, eyeing 9.322 billion cedis in treasury bill auction to manage debt obligations. Plus, senior fellow at Africa Policy Line Lens urges government to tackle rising utility costs to save industry.
Over 12 months down the line, government need to bring in this policy to be able to cut electricity and gas prices for production.
My name is Josh Quinn. You have details of these and many more coming up shortly. Stay with us. Thanks for your time, and now let's settle for the details of the stories. Ghana's downstream petroleum sector is on the brink of a massive shutdown after the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies and the Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributors issued a joint ultimatum to the government. The chambers are threatening industrial action over the alleged illegal diversion of the LPG fund to the Ghana Cylinder Manufacturing Company. Demanding an immediate reversal, the chambers described the move as a flagrant breach of statutory mandate and a betrayal of public trust.
At the heart of the dispute are legislative instruments LI 2262 and LI 2481, which established the LPG fund with strict, legally binding goals. The joint statement warned that this misappropriation could lead to a delay in withdrawing lethal cylinders from circulation. Private investors who committed billions to CRM infrastructure now face potential collapse as the financial foundation of the policies eroded. The statement from Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies COMAC and the Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributors CBOD warns of higher prices and reduced supply as the downstream value chain is destabilized.
It's against the SOP of the fund usage. The SOP today is not pre-financing any preferred manufacturing company. The choice of the manufacturing company is wrong. The MPA is there to regulate everybody that operates within the oil and gas industry as far as downstream is concerned. It's not to support government projects or government business. And also, it goes beyond what has been done. There is a fund management committee which was bypassed for MPA board to agree to send this money to Ghana Cylinder Manufacturing Company.
Chief Executive Officer of COMAC, Dr. Riverson Opon, demanded immediate cessation of all disbursements from the LPG fund to Ghana Cylinder Manufacturing Company. He noted anything apart from their demand will see players in the downstream petroleum sector, particularly those in the LPG space, embarking on a strike from Monday.
We want the Ministry of Energy to redirect MPA to recollect the fund that's made from the gas fund to Ghana Cylinder Manufacturing Plant or company. We wrote the Energy Ministry copying MPA to pause that payment, and we're hoping that it will be adhered to. Only for us to hear that the payment has been made, and that's also disrespectful, especially when the purpose for which this fund was set is not in regards to what has been done. And we believe that the Energy Ministry knows better, the MPA knows better. We are calling for retreat of the money, else I believe what we will do to make this done, to be done.
That was a report on downstream petroleum sector facing imminent shutdown as OMCs and bulk distributors demand immediate reversal of LPG funds allegedly diverted to Ghana Cylinder Manufacturing Company. And government of Ghana is set to return to the domestic money market today, February 20, with an ambitious target of 9.322 billion cedis through its weekly treasury bill auction. According to the Bank of Ghana's auction notice, Tender 1995, government is seeking to raise these funds across the standard 3 tenures, the 91-day, 182-day, and 364-day bills. The following 3 business news desk reports as more.
The primary objective of this massive borrowing is to refinance maturing debt and provide liquidity for other pressing fiscal needs. This auction is particularly significant as government aims for its 8th straight oversubscription in 2026. Recent weeks have shown robust investor appetite for government securities, with Tender 1994 held on February 13 seeing high participation, although government has been selective in the amount of bids it accepts to manage interest cost. The target of 9.322 billion cedis represent a significant increase from previous weeks, such as the 6.415 billion cedis target in Tender 1994, signaling a heightened need for domestic financing. Investors will be watching yield movements closely. In recent sessions, weighted average rates have seen slight fluctuations. Yield for the 91-day bill is approximately 8.61%. That of the 122-day bill is approximately 10.68%. The yield for the 364-day bill is approximately 11.06%. Market analysts suggest that The high target reflects government's strategy to front-load its borrowing requirements while liquidity remains favorable in the domestic market. A successful oversubscription would further solidify confidence in the government's short-term debt management strategy.
That was a 3 Business News Desk report on Government of Ghana returning to the domestic money market, eyeing 9.322 billion cedis in treasury bill auction to manage debt obligations. And more news this morning. Senior fellow at Africa Policy Lens, Dr. Eric Boakye Yadom, has noted that the current trend of utility cost pressures on industry offers a critical area for policy direction. Ghana's industrial and manufacturing sectors are facing renewed pressure as month-on-month producer price inflation surged to 3.3% in January 2026. While the year-on-year producer inflation stood at a modest 1.6%, the sharp monthly spike has sounded alarms regarding the rising cost of doing business.
It also offers critical areas for policy direction for the government, especially if we look at electricity and gas, that the month-on-month inflation is over 14%. I think it's relatively very high, and there's a need for government to roll in its policy. I remember government talked about giving incentivized utility or electricity to reduce the cost of production. So I think over 12 months down the line, government need to bring in this policy to be able to cut electricity and gas prices for production.
And we heard Senior Fellow at Africa Policy Lens, Dr. Eric Boakye Yadom. And before you part, company, and let's take you to the forex and the commodities market and get you more updates.
On the interbank foreign exchange markets, the dollar is selling at 11 cedis. It recorded no change. The British pound is selling at 14 cedis, 81 pence worse. It lost 10 pence worse. The euro is selling at 12 cedis, 94 pence worse. It also lost 7 pence worse. However, be guided that these figures could be higher at a forex bureau near you. On the global commodities market, Brent crude is trading at $71.81 per barrel. Gold is trading at $4,997.04 per ounce, up by $19.48. Cocoa is trading at $3,058 per ton, down by $256.
Well, that's it by way of business this morning. For more news updates, just log on to our website, streetnews.com. Thanks for listening. It's always a pleasure coming your way. Good morning.
George.
Johnny Hughes.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, big boy.
I saw you doing some report on the seized cargo trucks. What's the backstory, really?
So these were vehicles that were declared as transit goods, but they're actually coming to Ghana. So when goods are declared transit goods, they'll be evading some taxes.
That's right.
So this was just a nice way to evade its taxes. And then when there was an assessment of these stuff, there were around 2.6 million cedis. But the reassessment brought it to 85 million cedis. So these trucks are actually going to evade 85 million cedis. But the joint
GRA's vigilance stalled that. So that's good money for the Republic
85 million is good money, Johnny.
I hope we use it for the purpose for which
right?
it's intended, because 85 million,
I know what you can do.
Yeah, it's big money.
But you know one thing, they actually disabled the trackers. trackers on these vehicles can be monitored at the offices. They disabled it.
The drivers disabled them. So this was intentional.
Exactly.
To evade
the taxes. And one thing is, beneficiaries of these goods, actually, when they bring them to Ghana, they beat down the prices. So people who are doing well,
so those who are paying the right tariffs and etc. They don't. But then beyond the trucks being impounded, the goods being they now getting to pay this 85 million. What punitive sanctions did the GRA say they're going to apply?
So the Deputy Finance Minister has directed GRA to launch an investigation. So if it comes out that these people don't have the right documents, they're going to apply the law of confiscation, where these items will be sold and money is put into the national coffers.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, we'll get into the meat of that matter later in the show here on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. And welcome to the show. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. And thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I'll dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. It's Friday the 20th of February 2026. Welcome to Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. Some 28 minutes after 6 here. Unfortunately, we cannot bring you the weather updates because very experienced forecaster Felicity Afianyo lost her mother. Deepest condolences to her and the family. We also hear that the CEO of Goldboard, lawyer Sammy Jemfi, had his father-in-law shot and murdered. He died sometime yesterday. Or the day before, I should say, rather. Wednesday, that is. May the Lord comfort him and the family in these trying times. And if you lost a relative, sorry about that. I know that some funerals will be happening today. I know that the Muslims are doing Ramadan. Christians within the Orthodox space are also engaged in Lent. But I want to ask you a question this morning. When you go on your knees to pray, or however you consider, whatever you consider prayer, whether it's by libation or by using your rosary or your tasbah or whatever it is that you do you spend time to pray for a nation called Ghana? It's a very serious question. Do you spend time to pray for Ghana? Or your prayers are just self-centered? And because honestly, there are some people who do not want the country to succeed because if it's not me, then But you see, when the country succeeds and everything is good, it's good for everybody. It will be good for everybody if we're doing well collectively as a people. And I particularly like the words that the late Dr. Ephraim Amo put in the national anthem, Yenara Assassini. The lyrics in there says, Nimdie entraso. You get to know, you get to learn, and you get to know in excess. Nimdie entraso. Tunkrani. Ya peseminkuminya. Have you taken time to ponder over them? See, in Ghana we say, Wadenche, Washikbone, Ijlawa, Keha Wofe, Wacheme, Shiela, Shidani, Amehe, Keha Wo, Ejimi, Kebogbena, Kewo, Hu, Wofe, Heko, Janile, Kehes, you mope, Ani, Washikbon, Lakbon. Germany. Now I'm getting emotional. Let me leave it here. We have not paid attention to some of these patriotic songs, and I wanted you to ponder over them because we must make more progress than we are making now. George, don't you think so?
I think it's long overdue. It's something we should start imbibing this in our students at the tender age. So once they grow, it's part of them.
Right. We just sing these things by rote. Even the words of the national anthem, the words of the national pledge, we just by rote.
Just reciting them.
Yes, because it's become. We've normalized it. It's okay. If you go to school this morning, children in school this morning, at the morning assembly, they will sing that. Out. Yeah, but the deeper meaning, which should draw out patriotism, which should draw up love for country, which should draw up commitment and dedication to the forward march of our country and the sustenance and joy of all the citizens. is embedded in there.
The anthem. But I don't know if you've actually heard someone reciting the U.S. anthem. There's this passion.
Yes.
And it's very heavy.
Yeah.
I don't know how that is, but I think we can also try and learn some lessons from them.
Yeah. I mean, when every U.S. president finishes speech, he says, "God bless America."
That's it. That's a good one.
We sing "God bless our." In fact, that's the opening line of our anthem. God bless our homeland, Ghana.
Yeah. Before any other
In the U.S. would maybe close with it. Oh, hail name so free.
Always.
They can sing that, but then they always end with "God bless America," and it's very significant and important.
I think
on their currency, they have "In God We Trust."
Yeah. It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
We have not paid attention to it. I think that parents who know, and I can tell you that most parents don't even know the deeper meaning and even the lyrics of some of these things.
Of course, that one is what it is. If you tell them to recite, they can't do it. How am I trying to just let the kids understand the words of all these anthems? So,
Indian trust.
So I'm sure if you actually let the kid know what it actually means, I'm sure maybe
that means that you are not underlearning.
Exactly.
You are overlearning.
Yeah. You get more knowledge. Yeah.
You get more knowledge so that you can apply the knowledge in Kutu.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we all want to to be good. Great. Johnny.
Those who hold public office or are public servants, politicians, and people who have the opportunity to be at the helm of affairs in our country's life, do they apply this in their work? Such that if they are authorizing a contract for the Republic of Ghana or on behalf of the Republic of Ghana, roads, maybe school feeding program, street lighting, maybe the GRA thing that happened, haulage, axle load, within the agri sector, health sector. Do they apply this? Do they first of all consider this, or they think about the persimmon coming apart?
I think, like Johnny, most of them are very, personal when it comes to these things. Whatever they will gain, and then I know people who always say that it's electorate that have made them so, because the demands from their side is very huge, and so they need to amass these wealth to actually satisfy. Actually, being a politician is not easy, Johnny.
Because we have made it so in Ghana. I don't know when we started doing this highest bidder
of course,
politics. We commodified it, we monetized it, and
it's normalized now.
Yes, we've normalized it now. So if you want to become a member of parliament, you have to either be going around people's homes, pounding fufu, stirring banku, washing boxer shorts or drawers, sweeping for people, braiding hair, and then paying school fees, visiting, being at funerals, attending funerals, giving donations.
Someone lost an election because the person was not at the funeral.
Look,
it's what it is. It's quite unfortunate.
Now the question to ask is, how much is the politician paid?
Exactly.
So when they start giving out these things, do we consider the fact that they will come back to us and take it? Because they're giving it to you with their right hand, and they use their left hand to take it from you, and it cuts across. If you are a teacher and you always get to the classroom disheartened, and so the children are underserved, you are under teaching the children when you're supposed to be Indian trust with the children.
Not to cut you short. I know some teachers who actually keep some of the notes and actually organize classes and teach those subjects during the classes.
Extra classes. Yeah.
Once you're supposed to sit down in class, you keep it for extra class. So it means you'll be losing if you are not part of the classes. So
but then you know the way the system. That's why I asked that initial question: that do we have this in mind when we have the benefit of the opportunity, right, to be in charge of any sector of our country? Because it starts from the top before it gets to the teacher classroom. So it starts from the Ministry of Education, where there's a sector minister, deputies, chief director. Then it goes to NACA, it goes to Ghana Education Service, comes down to the district director, municipal director, sub-metro director, and then it comes to headmaster, then comes to housemaster, blah, 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 before it goes to the teacher in the classroom. This whole chain, do they pay attention to it? Because sometimes the teacher will tell you, look, the way the school calendar has been structured, I don't have time to finish everything. So I will have to organize the extra classes. Some also organize the extra classes because Charlie man for chop. Yeah, Charlie abayeni, no, for look sharp, man for chop. You know, so it's a big conversation.
I think
that we must all have a certain national cohesion, national thinking, you know,
change the narrative
within the health sector, within the agri sector. How is it that we have all these ideas? And I was just listening to the debate in Parliament yesterday. Pwalugu Multipurpose Dam came into the conversation. If we had done the Pwalugu Multipurpose Dam, most certainly, most definitely, we would the amount of food we import into the country will be cut down, so that we won't have the fact that somebody in Burkina Faso, Ivory Coast, or Togo says don't bring a certain commodity tomatoes into the country, and then we all start panicking. Hey, what could happen?
We have enough.
You get the point.
It makes sense.
So that's one leg of it. How did we go about the Pwalugu Multipurpose Dam? Because we spent $12 million. That's plenty money. There. Now we trickle it down to a project like Planting for Food and Jobs. Great idea. Very, very, very great idea. But then the implementation was shambolic.
That's what the problem was.
It was shambolic.
And for me, I felt it was a great sight when some workers had to go to the ministry to buy food stuff at cheaper prices.
No,
and it really helped a lot, Johnny.
So I am saying that if the food is cheaper at the markets, you don't need to bring food to the ministry. Because whatever exercise that we did at the ministry did not last.
Of course, it was just a 9-day one.
I've always said, and I'll continue to say, that the Ministry of Agric that brought the Planting for Food and Jobs, right, under the auspices of the executive at the time, says that in that document, you are supposed to have a backyard garden or farm. Where is the Ministry of Agric's farm? you see, leadership by example. So if you don't have your farm,
how can you actually encourage?
And then we also don't have state farms. And then we also don't have a lot of people with backyard gardens.
I think National Service is not doing bad in that.
The National Service is not doing bad, but the National Service is just one of many.
Exactly.
We used to have state farms in this country, right? That was where. How come we got the meat marketing board and all those things, which have all now become churches? It's the spaces have become churches, and it's sad. So the bigger conversation is that let Ghana be first.
I'm thinking everything that
we do.
It's not anything personal against anybody. I have said several times that our problem in the fight against corruption is that it is always post-regime corruption that we fight. And so when a government is in office, when scandals are taking place, they don't deal with them. And so they leave it until a new government comes. And when that government comes and starts investigating the cases of corruption, then the previous government says, oh, you are witch hunting us. This is political persecution. But I've said notice to my ministers, ask them every day in cabinet, I remind them. I say the prosecutions that we're taking against the current government will be tied the first person who brings a scandal to this government. We shall hang them on a cross. And you follow our Lord Jesus Christ, that you cannot resurrect again. And so I keep warning them that Abba Yedibo Techi and Noan Yedibo Boba. But we must deal with the corruption that has taken place. And my belief is that if we want our people to continue to have faith in our democracy, then we must show that the political elite is capable of governing accountably.
Sunrise on 3FM, the best in the morning.
So the message is clear this morning. Think Ghana. Think Ghana first. Let's check out what's on the front pages of the Daily Guide. AG failed to make case against me, according to Chairman Wontumi. And Russian terrorist identity in dispute. You remember the gentleman who is said to have come here to do his own things. Majority justifies cocoa price cuts as government releases 855 million Ghana cedis for farmers. And this morning we're asking the questions if the Ghanaian cocoa farmer is being shortchanged or has been shortchanged. We'll get the answers as we travel along. Mahama signs 24-hour economy bill. Man 16 nabbed over guns, drug sales, and that's what we have on the front page. On the front page of the Ghanaian Times, governor tax banks to drive growth and jobs, and 2 Nigerians jailed for 4 years for passport fraud. Cocoa Board needs 30 billion Ghana cedis working capital to remain operational, according to the majority caucus. It comes with a photo of the chairman of the finance committee, MP for the Bongo Central, as well as Mr. Isaac Adongo. Boga Central, I should say, not Bogo Central. And President Mahama assents to 24-hour economy authority bill, clears path for implementation of the flagship policy. On the back page, ECOWAS Vice President asks member states to drive political inclusion for women and youth and cooperate with GRA on new VAT Abozo-Kind spare parts dealers urged. Also, the Daily Graphic this morning says President signs 24-hour economy law, paves way for economic transformation framework, and GRA national security sees tracks in tax evasion bust. Cocoa Board must pays 1 billion Ghana cedis to cocoa farmers. And on the back page, Gamanche stable after dawn crash in the Oti region. Yesterday, the office of the Gamanche Abiasuma Kentucky Teko True II issued a statement thanking all who wished him well, particularly those who were around him at the time, and then all who also do not wish him dead. Securing employees' future, comply with pension contribution obligations. SNIT Director General to employers. Comes with a photo of Kwesia Fred Baini, Director General SNIT, speaking at the event. George, what do you have?
Yeah, so the news center on the front page. After Goldfields handover on April 18, what next for Damine? No successor named, as up to 1,500 jobs hang in the balance. MPP chairman aspirants to pay 50,000 series filing fee, and cocoa farmers embark on demo over price cut, and also local insurers ready for marine aviation cover. That's according to Messina Kushibuampong. And MPA government illegally diverting LPG fund, and that's a story also
Sunrise
on the front page of a news center.
And
on the front page of the New Finder, Mahama signs 24-hour economy authority bill into law, and cohabitation is not recognized as marriage under Ghanaian law. That's a good one there. Lawyer clarifies. And Sewin Insurance CEO backs local capacity on the right Ghana's maritime cargo risk. And Greater Executive Secretary backs 1-year rent advance cap under new rent bill. Obviously, there's good news for people, potential homeowners, for people who are actually looking for accommodation.
Great. And so we get straight into the detail. President Mahama signs 24-hour economy law, and this question has been asked over and over again because it's the flagship program that the government of the day promised the people of the Republic of Ghana that we were going to have. And so now it's been signed, and the stories from Kester Aburam Kranchi, the reporter at the Jubilee House for the Daily Graphic, says President John Dramani Mahama yesterday assented to the 24-hour Economy Authority Bill, paving the way for the implementation of a policy his administration describes as a cornerstone of economic transformation. The signing ceremony, which took place at the President's office at the Jubilee House just before the 13th Cabinet session, formalizes the legal framework for an initiative designed to extend industrial and commercial activity beyond the traditional working hours. In the brief remarks after appending his signature, President Mahama acknowledged the high public expectations surrounding the legislation, stating that it was a key campaign promise that had required the legislation. What's the next phase? That's the most important thing. He said that the business community was now looking to the next phase of the policies rollout, and he added that both the domestic and international investors were waiting for the specific incentive package that would accompany the new legal regime. Also talks about curbing raw material exports and the program in detail. On Wednesday, July 2, last year, President Mahama launched the government's flagship 24-hour program. I'm sure you remember that, George. He called it the National Asset and a Bold Strategy to revive round-the-clock productivity and expanded economic export activity. So there you have it. Mr. Guzitano there at the signing with lawyer Jethro as well, who's the clerk to Parliament. And we hope that this becomes activated indeed, because George, the teeming youth of this country who don't have work to do is a problem. And I look at it from two angles. Are the jobs there, or are the jobs not there? Or are people looking for jobs that they don't find? And usually I get people come into my inbox that, oh boss, I want a job. I say, okay, so now what do you do? He says, oh, I teach, I'm a pupil teacher in a private school, but I want to leave and maybe get some appointment, customs or...
Exactly, they have places that interest.
Then I asked them, what's the difference between you and the person who works at customs? And they say, oh, boss, but say deals they there.
Can you imagine with this mentality?
So people actually come to you, not because they are fully unemployed.
They are, but they just want a change.
But they just want a change on how they want things to be done.
Johnny,
for them.
This whole unemployment thing has a ripple effect, Johnny. If I tell you the number of demands I get on a daily, Johnny,
you get the demands,
Johnny, and you can't even say you will not help. So once this whole employment thing is tackled once and for all, I think it will actually bring some sort of relief to many people. Johnny, you have no idea. And I've also had people calling me, oh, can you help me get work at SNET, MPA, Tamaport? I'm like, what is that place?
What are those places? But that's why everybody wants to go there. But then again, it comes back to we keep talking about, if you look at the story, it's talking about productivity, talking about shying away from exporting raw materials from the country. Means that we are going to be heavy on value addition and production. That means that more factories will come up.
Exactly.
Now, is the average Ghanaian youth interested in factory work?
No. That's work.
But the average Ghanaian youth, when they get an opportunity to go to either South Africa or go to UK or go to France or any US, they can go and do deliveries and everything else. But when you ask them to do the same job here, it's a problem.
I think sometimes it comes to the remuneration, because Johnny, I know someone who drives an Uber there. What he gets there cannot be compared to you. So actually, I think it's about the remuneration that comes with it.
But if, for example, you pick a Bolt or an Uber in the UK, in the UK, and in their local, and I always tell people that in their local currency, if you pay £15, it is like in their eyes it's 15 cedis.
Yes, but here
because your currency is weak. And that's why I started the conversation earlier this morning by saying that some people deliberately don't want us to do well.
Of course.
Because sometimes they want to just jack back. Or it's not they who are in charge. So then everything must crash.
Of course.
But if our currency, just a few months ago, we were struggling with our currency.
That's true.
Business people were complaining.
Exactly.
Today, the Abosoka and spare parts people say what they have reduced prices by 15% or so.
Because,
right? I know some other production companies that, in fact, they require mention. Buying and some of those who produce some of these beverages and all of that. They have reduced their prices because they say, look, now things have been stabilized a bit. So whatever perhaps they import or, to produce the PET bottles that they use and all those, other chemicals and flavors and whatever it is have come down. So it will affect production. Once it affects production, the prices will drop. So if we work hard to make our currency strong, we can then begin to have, at some point in this country, we had 1 CD to $1.
I know, right?
During President Kufuor's era, we had 1 CD to $1. And everybody was okay. But people still complained during that era. So the point is that the jobs that are going to be created, are they the jobs that the young people want to do? Or are they just going to be representative of the numbers? Because we have seen some before with NAPCO. NAPCO was supposed to be for young people, but some of the people at the march past that was done at the Independence, when you see them, Onyintus Dadabi.
That for almost 10 years. So you just accept it.
Just accept it. Then again, it comes back to another part of the conversation where people either become teachers because they're just using that to as a launch pad to something else, or maybe nurses, or so I'm home. So Charlie, let me just get something to do. So
and that's what brings about the medical negligence.
Exactly, and the quality, that passion is missing. The passion is gone. The passion is not even present for it to have fled or gone. It's not present. Passion ever finish. So that's where the problem is. So the government has to take a cue, from this. If we are running, for example, a 24-hour economy, fuel stations who close at 10 and 11 will now be running 24 hours. Now, that is dependent on the fact that we may have security.
Of course.
You now have electricity and transport and all the auxiliary services that will help them to do it. But the question is, will the average Ghanaian go and do
those jobs,
fuel attendant? And if the average Ghanaian youth would do fuel attendant, would it mean that because now a lot more people are being employed, the salary will be better, or will it be worse than what it presently is?
It's all was back to money, Johnny. So if the money is good, I'm sure everybody wants to do it. But Johnny, let's hope that this will actually solve the unemployment rate, which keeps soaring each and every.
The septuagenarians of this country and the octogenarians and those above, There are people living in their century now, centenarians and all of that. They tell us that back in the day, job offers were made to them even when they were in school. The jobs actually came trying to poach them, come and work for us.
That's good.
Many people are in their 70s, 80s, 90s. They have said it in many interviews. I can make mention,
there were enough of jobs. Or?
I can make mention of Prince Kofi Amoabeng.
Oh, nice.
Captain Prince Kofi Amoabeng. He said that many times. Dr. Nyawota Maklo, I know, has said that. Mr. Kwame Pini has said that. There are many others, and these are credible voices that you can pay attention to. So the question you ask yourself is, what's changed?
Then what if the jobs were in abundance?
But the jobs were created. The jobs were created. And everybody knew their place. So you cannot be a middle school leaver. But you have a middle school leaving certificate and hope that what somebody with double master's degree with a lot of experience is getting is what you want to get. You get the point. And like those who lived in that era, and there are many of them still alive, the kind of passion and dedication they had for even doing the little things.
Johnny, I think this conversation also brings about this whole thing where you feel in schools, students should be taught how to create jobs rather than finishing and waiting on government help. Because look at Amoabeng, for instance, creating his own job. Maybe, I'm sure, like you said, all those people had that mentality and all that. So it depends on the courses that have been taught at school. So it makes you more passionate and you want to do something on your own.
You know, back in the day, you can have somebody who is doing janitorial work, like a cleaner. And the passion the person brings to work to come and do the cleaning job.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
Back in the day, we had people we called washmen. Right? They were running their own mini laundries in the communities. I knew one at Abosokain. Ifo, that's how we called him. He was not using electricity.
Wow.
He was using
box iron, I'm sure.
Yes, those box iron, but his was not the box iron that we know. The one, the perforated
one that has the holes.
His was just solid iron. So when he puts it on the fire, he can like heavy.
Let me share a secret. Let me share my experience with the box iron. I remember I was using it and then the fire, came out of those and they burnt the outfit. So I don't know how some people were able to do without even experiencing that.
That's what I'm saying, that it's patience, diligence, dedication, and commitment and passion. And he used to, look, at the time he charged, if I say 2 cedis now, so 20 pesos for ironing a shirt.
And washing and ironing.
Yes. So he washes it, it's like about 10, then ironing is 20, so like 30 for each one.
30 pesos, okay.
And people will gather their stuff and bring it to him, and he will tell them, come for it at this time, and you get there, it is there.
No stories.
No stories. Because they know, and if they can't do it, they'll tell you.
Not these modern
tailors. He knows that he cannot sew for you at the time that you're asking, but he will take the money, spend the money, and pack your clothes.
When Easter is coming, we hear a lot of stories.
No, he will pack your clothes. Even Ramadan is coming.
So when they see you coming, just pull it out.
Yes. They'll tell me, Pamo, I'm trying to do something for you, my brother. He lie. I'll be lie. So there's the dedication.
I think.
And not cutting corners.
Do it right.
Not cutting corners. Do it. And do it right.
I think those people, I think it's what they were taught in school. Or?
Well, but if you lived in a home and you lived with your father and mother and your grandparents, you would have picked some things from them. These days we say we have Gen Zs. And like they do things the way they are not by the, so they are trying to set their own standards.
Exactly the case.
And it's not working. Charlie, find me that song. Small boy, you don't know that thing. Teacher, find me that song. Because there's a standard to doing everything.
Exactly. But if you want to bring your own standard,
it doesn't work. It does not work. It does not work. So we wish it well. We wish it well.
Hope it ends. Not entirely, but at least solves it.
At least Mr. Mr. Gusitano's capacity and experience is not in doubt at all in terms of engineering, businesses and all of that. But this one, it's also political. So let's see how it goes. We will adopt the wait and see approach and see what really is in the kitty, in the pot. But then the 2 Nigerians have been jailed
for passport
fraud. The Damongo Circuit Court. There's a story by Times reporter. The Damongo Circuit Court has sentenced 2 Nigerian nationals to 4 years imprisonment each for illegally acquiring Ghana cards, birth certificates, and attempting to use the forged documents to obtain Ghanaian passports after posing as citizens of Ghana.
Wow.
The court, presided over by Livingston Lateyao Amevo, also convicted a Ghanaian accomplice who aided the scheme. The convicts, Yunus Ali, 47, and Salawuddin Abdul Hafiz, 42, were charged with 3 counts providing false information to the officials of the National Identification Authority, contrary to Section 41A of the NIA Act 2008, Act 750, defrauding by false pretenses by representing themselves as Ghanaian citizens to obtain ECOWAS cards, contrary to Section 131 of Act 29, and possession of forged birth certificates, contrary to Section 166 of Act 29. Sad. And this is not the first time we're reading of something like
and
this.
There's always some sort of support coming from the nationals, Ghanaians themselves. Because I remember somewhere last year, I had a call from a Nigerian friend who was like, he said it was Ghana card. I was like, it doesn't work that way. So a friend has one. So it's all about money. And I'm saying, no, I don't want to be a part of this.
So it's actually happening.
It happens. Johnny, it happens. And I know NA has actually come out to talk about this several times. I've gone for their press conference where they've actually mentioned that some of these persons are being tried and all that. So it's a serious matter. And I hope that, they actually tackle it to the barest minimum. Because it's really a serious thing.
The judge report this matter to the...
Who?
The judge report this incident to the appropriate authority.
I don't know what you mean.
Because I didn't aid it, so obviously.
No, but this person already said one of his friends. Yes, so first point is to pick up this person. Second point, yes. When you pick him up, he will bring his friend.
Of course.
The police call it aiding in investigation.
Sure.
So they'll pick you up to aid in the investigation.
It's I don't know why.
Whilst you are aiding, you are cooling off.
But I don't know why is it our card that enviable?
Well, you know, there are countries that have been blacklisted from acquiring visas. So they would have to come through here and use your credible system or your what looks like a credible system to get it. But then again, I'm not sure that this happened out of the blue. It happened through a tip-off. I'm very sure about that, because look, if they know that they can go through this person to get it, and they actually had gotten to the point where they even had a forged birth certificate, something that Ghanaians
even sometimes
we queue to get, and sometimes they will tell you that
it's money.
The paper to print it is finished.
Even passports.
Say, the booklets are finished. The paper is finished.
And then foreigners will come.
Then foreigners come and they obtain it because you are unwilling to pay 1,500.
Oh, but they will pay. Nigerians,
but they will pay.
They are high risk takers.
They will even pay 3,000 cedis and get it done for them. Yeah. So
they get things done.
It's what we have turned ourselves into. That's why I said in my opening remarks or my intro, do you have Ghana at heart?
Yeah.
Do you hold Ghana up high in your heart, or are you pretending to be loyal and faithful to Ghana? It's a question that must be asked.
Question for the gods.
No, it's a question for human Ghanaians.
Well, it's not now.
Small girl, you don't know the thing.
This we love you dearly.
I am teaching you that thing.
Good morning to you.
Playing with that thing.
Don't play with the thing that we are teaching you.
Move and wind them slow.
Learn the things that we are teaching you for your own good.
Stop, move and wind them slow. Move and
learn the things we are teaching you.
Take it.
Every day loaded fries.
Me.
Every day loaded fries.
Closer and do them.
Never put a saucepan on fire.
You want to know the thing?
We are teaching you the thing.
Make you know the take come
playing with the thing.
No be giddy, be simple.
Every day some ride should bring you food.
Yeah, they are growing.
You will not walk to a watch seller even
way. I can give it
45 meters away from you. Teaching you the thing.
Yeah.
It is for your own good.
Yeah.
When you walk to the watch vendor, you would have exercised a bit. Yes, you have perspired. Some sweating will happen. Do you understand what I'm talking about? You are going to the university, then you carry a teddy bear.
I am teaching you the thing.
How would you have time to read your books? Stop playing with the thing. We are teaching you the thing. Do you understand?
Oh yeah, small girl.
You came to meet your mother.
I am teaching.
She braids her hair and it takes 2 weeks before she unbraids her hair.
Tell them no.
That's washing and things.
Don't know that.
Every 3 days you want to rebraid your hair.
You are playing with them. Make them know. I say push.
Madam.
Stop, move
You came to meet us. We're ironing our trousers with the lines in front. You put your lines by the side. We are teaching you the thing. Stop playing with the thing. You are going to an office to look for a job interview. You have sagged pants. And your shirt is almost out. You have not tucked in properly. You wear a full suit and then you wear kambu or sneakers. We are teaching you the thing. Don't spoil the standard. Don't play with the thing. Okay? We beg you, okay? We beg you. We love you, pa. We beg you. The teddy bear part that actually even gets to me, pa. See that when they gave you 2 IAs and 1 quiz, you threw the teddy bear away and you bought books. Don't wait until you get that experience. I'm teaching you the thing.
You don't know that. I am teaching you.
They don't buy sugarcane to chew anymore. They like sugarcane juice. You won't strengthen your teeth. You want sugarcane juice. Hey, say soft life. Soft life.
In mango, they don't eat mango again.
You don't eat mango again. You eat mango juice.
How much more sugarcane that is hard?
Sugarcane. Mango juice. Yo.
Make you know they take come you know be giddy be simple. Make you know they rush so you know.
If you take your time. Break. I'm sure we can have some good conversation on the cocoa farmer and also on the economy in general, how the GRA and the national security saved us some good cash yesterday. See you shortly.
Your finest tunes in sync with a soothing voice. 3 Lounge with AJ.
The Electoral Commission has reiterated its commitment to organizing free and fair elections this December. How's How's your week treating you? I'm here to serve you great music tidbits for your at-work listening pleasure. Rastafari, Rastafari, Rastafari. Our Father, who art in Zion, Kanamawe, Kanamawe, Kanamawe. Oh, turn it up!
Coming to the mountains, sight and I grandfather.
It's time to drive you home in style with great music, the 411 and all your favorite songs, what's happening around town, and so much more. And in the headlines today, the two leading political parties have been addressing the public on allegations of corruption. The Black Stars coach has unveiled his squad for the upcoming games, and there are some interesting names. Pull up! The weekend is here and it's time to turn up. Get your dancing shoes on, Lego. We really do have it all. It's a premium mix of information and entertainment every single day on 3FM 92.7, your urban lifestyle radio.
In the silence, something was growing. The journey continues. They calm before the storm. You can't mute a force that was born to speak. You can't bury rhythm. It rewrites itself. Louder. Every signal lost finds its way back to the source. This is not a comeback, it's a recalibration. This is the takeover. This is Trigmatic on 3FM Drive. Driving you home with good vibes, good conversations, and the freshest hits. Hop in, take a ride. Trigmatic on 3FM Drive. 3FM, your urban lifestyle radio.
The Electoral Commission has reiterated its commitment to organizing free and fair elections this December. How's your week treating you? I'm here to serve you great music tidbits for your at-work listening pleasure. Rastafari, Rastafari, Rastafari. Our Father, who art in Zion, Kanamawe, Kanamawe, Kanamawe. Oh, turn it up!
Coming to the mountains, sight and I grandfather.
It's time to drive you home in style with great music, the 411 and all your favorite songs, what's happening around town, and so much more. And in the headlines today, the two leading political parties have been addressing the public on allegations of corruption. The Black Stars coach has unveiled his squad for the upcoming games, and there are some interesting names. Pull up! The weekend is here and it's time to turn up. Get your dancing shoes on, Lego. We really do have it all. It's a premium mix of information and entertainment every single day on 3FM 92.7, your urban lifestyle radio.
In the silence, something was growing. The journey continues. They calm before the storm. You can't mute a force that was born to speak. You can't bury rhythm. It rewrites itself. Louder. Every signal lost finds its way back to the source. This is not a comeback, it's a recalibration. This is the takeover. This is Trigmatic on 3FM Drive. Driving you home with good vibes, good conversations, and the freshest hits. Hop in, take a ride. Trigmatic on 3FM Drive. 3FM, your urban lifestyle radio.
The Electoral Commission has reiterated its commitment to organizing free and fair elections this December. How's your week treating you? I'm here to serve you great music tidbit for your at-work listening pleasure. Rastafari, Rastafari, Rastafari. Our Father, who art in Zion, Kanamawe, Kanamawe, Kanamawe. Oh, turn it up!
Come into the mountains, sight and I grandfather.
It's time to drive you home in style with great music, the 411 and all your favorite songs, what's happening around town, and so much more. And in the headlines today, the two leading political parties have been addressing the public on allegations of corruption. The Black Stars coach has unveiled his squad for the upcoming games, and there are some interesting names.
Say George. My name is Johnny. Are caught to pay 200,000 Ghana cedis to a woman he had promised to marry, but later broke that promise after 11 years. And he made this clear. I'm not sure the ladies would have been happy with him, but he said that the cohabitation has been long been a part of society. It does not enjoy the same legal recognition and protections of marriage. Cohabitation has always been a part of us. It is as old as Adam, as we usually say, but cohabitation has its own ups and downs, and it is regulated by law. Hey, cohabitation, regulated by law. I see. Sixtus. Cohabitation is regulated by law.
Be careful. Don't say you can be doing away games and think that it is like that.
No, I'm just saying cohabitation is regulated by law.
Don't think that you can. The fact that you have not gone to pay dowry or bride price means that you are safe or your property is safe.
It can be taken away from you.
It can be. It can be shared.
Today is Friday.
It can be shared.
You know the gentleman who says Friday, you don't advise people on Fridays.
So we should keep this advice for Monday, actually.
I didn't say that either. But this one is a tricky area. It says, so the lawyer explained that any assets acquired during cohabitation are treated differently from those acquired within a legally recognized marriage. So if you cohabit with someone and decide to acquire property together, it will be based strictly on the equalities of your contribution. So we are going to buy a flat screen TV. It is 4,000 cedis. you bring 200 cedis and I bring 3,800. How do we share the TV?
How do you share?
How do we share the TV?
You know, property rights of women in our country has suffered a lot of setbacks. Even in marriage, let's start from the beginning, where a man would marry, he acquires a lot, passes on, he has kids with this woman. The man's relatives come in. The very day he is buried, his relatives come in. The uncles, the brothers, they storm the house. They ask the woman to pack out because they want to pick all that belongs to their brother. And a lot of women suffered this. And a lot of the times, the woman is left with the kids to struggle. And the wicked family members take everything that their brother earned in the course of his life. And there are even stories where the wife would have been very instrumental in the acquisition of the property.
That's what the lawyer is saying. But instrumental in terms of what percentage?
In terms of fiscal contribution. In terms of even giving connections to this man to be able to rise in his job or his business.
So that, for example, if I want to buy a car while we are cohabiting, and you know a clearing agent, who is able to facilitate it for me at a reduced cost, that is your contribution.
That is your contribution, and that's very significant in the eyes of the law.
So those who go and wash and cook and sweep,
it is also a contribution.
And allow themselves to be called as so when they have not been married.
Okay, you mean when they are not married?
Yes.
So you are living in your father's house every weekend?
No. So, but that's cohabitation too, is it not?
Not really. Cohabitation, you are living together.
Yeah, but you are spending.
You are living together.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday together.
We may have to go to the Supreme Court for interpretation. Those who Friday afternoon or Friday, after work on Friday, they are not going to their father's house, straight to the boyfriend's house. They are spending the weekend there. They are sweeping, washing, cooking, cleaning, doing everything. Then Monday, straight back to their offices. Then they'll go and tell how they enjoyed their time in their boyfriend's homes. That's, in my respectful view, is not
I hear
cohabitation.
that on Fridays, a lot of withdrawals are made at the bank by men. On Monday morning, a lot of deposits are made by women. I don't know the nature of the transaction, but this is what I have heard. So
there is no scientific correlation.
I'm just saying that this is what I heard somewhere.
So it's good that you brought up that angle. We need to be able to differentiate between a man who is living with a woman. Maybe they have even given birth. But the man has not performed the necessary rites. They are just living together. They have a child. Or they are living together. They don't have a child. But in the face of the community or in the eyes of the community, they are deemed to have married. It could be for 4 years, for 5 years, for 6 years, even for 1 year. You are holding each other. I mean, there's a funeral at your side. Then this man comes with his friends. There's a funeral on her side. Then on the man's side, then you two, you come with your friends. The man has a funeral in his extended family. Then you go to join his sisters and the other wives, legally married wives, to do the cooking and all of those things. We will begin to look at you as husband and wife. And when it comes to sharing your property, you cannot now turn around and say that I did not pay bride price, so he is not my wife.
I see.
So let us know, those men who want to be smart with these things. You want to be eating your cake and still be having it. I don't know how you do that. Once you bite, a slice is taken off.
You know, some people are also cohabiting by force.
How is that?
Because they cannot afford rent, and you have rent, so they can get free accommodation.
How is this?
And they do barter trade, so free accommodation. People, but at the universities,
you are not joking.
At the universities, right? In terms of, for example,
but that one is not like we go and rent.
No, we become friends by force.
So
we
live
in one room by force.
We are in Legon.
Yes.
I come all the way from Upper West. You are a Ghana boy.
Right.
Then you have your place around the Oponglo side. Then I come and say, oh, Johnny, Charlie, make a day or there small. Then we are now cohabiting.
But what is it? What is it? You have come from your...
I think that one is clearly defined.
You have come from your mother's
That
house.
one is not for business purposes. It's not for... it's not a lifelong commitment.
But while we are there during the 4 years, I can buy rice cooker and come and put it there. We are using it. Then you bring microwave.
Your rice cooker remains your rice cooker.
Then we are using it.
My microwave remains my microwave.
So we are then I say, oh, Charlie, this what do you call it, radio thing that we have here, it's sport. Can you give me something small? I'm that low on cash to go and repair it. Now I've contributed to the radio's well-being.
No, but you see, I'm trying to distinguish that kind of a relationship or cohabitation.
Okay, let me bring it home this way. So now, this lady comes from her village, comes to Accra or Kumasi or wherever it is to come and access education. She's done with her 3-year or 4-year course or program, and then now she doesn't have a job. But she doesn't want to go back to where she came from. So now she's looking for a job but has nowhere to stay. And then she sees this nice man, we were friends in school, blah, blah, blah. But the man has accommodation. And then she says, oh, come and move in with me. The man says, oh, come and move in with me. So they are there. While he's looking for the job for the next maybe 2 years or so, things happen. Is that cohabitation?
No.
That is not cohabitation.
What is the bond of the relationship?
You are living in the house with me.
You don't have but
I'm cleaning.
I'm
cooking.
You don't have
washing.
accommodation. I decided to accommodate you. If along the line the relationship develops into something else, then you start doing other things and holding yourselves out to be other things.
Right.
Then the character of the relationship would have changed, and we can then begin having the conversation about cohabitation. But at the moment that we are old school mates, maybe we even used to date.
Can the fish be friends with the cat?
Oh, it's very possible.
Okay.
These days, cats and dogs play all the time.
If you insist, why not? Because I think that I saw a baby, a cub being fed by, what do you call it? A dog. Being breastfed by a dog. I say,
yes.
Things have changed.
That is what is happening.
We'll stop saying start saying
for the purposes of the law, it's important that we make the distinction.
Right.
Where you have perform the marriage rites under customary law, and you are living together, you pass on or you don't even pass on. Let's say you are breaking up, you are divorcing,
right?
Then it comes to sharing properties. The rules are there for that, protecting the woman. Where it is what you call marriage under the ordinance, you have gone to the local assembly to sign,
right?
Or your church thing that you have done and you have signed. Then there's coming to be a divorce or a breakup, or one is dead. Then the family from the other side moves in. There's protection. Where you are not married, so Phil has found this fine, beautiful girl, and they start talking. They see that their goals align, but Phil says, "I don't have what it takes to do the necessary, perform the necessary rites, whether customary rites or the rites that are outlined by the law." For you to be held as lawfully or legally married. So you say, okay, let's be living together. I mean, we can be, Ochame Kwame song, small grow together. Yeah. You say, let's grow together. So you go and get one room somewhere. The two of you together, you are living and you start your hustle. Then you are living 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Then this lady begins to pressure you. Oh, that thing, no, you say, let's start. Then you continue to tell, oh, you relax, we will do the thing. Don't worry. And you are still living together. By the time you realize you fire one, you're born. Then the lady will say, oh, let's now go and see my parents and do this thing. They say, oh, don't worry. After all, what? We have a child. Don't worry. Property is growing, accumulating. Then you keep living your life. Maybe you are even having second thoughts about continuing with this lady. Then you are looking for ways to do something else. Now that your eye has opened, you are telling yourself that, oh, this lady is not the one for me. I want a different person. By the time you think that you have been smart,
right,
you will come and find some protection for this person. At the core of everything is always the protection of the right to own property or to a share of the property, so that nobody is, the woman is not unjustly denied a share to the property that you got together. The court will look favorably upon this woman. So let's be careful.
Cohabitation.
The story is told of our parliament. I think Mr. Speaker was then majority leader or was the minority leader in his heyday. They said a bill came before parliament. I said that if you were cohabiting for 5 years or is it 4 years, and
you consider yourself married,
it means the woman would take, consider yourself married, and the woman would take a chunk of the property.
Right.
Unfortunately, the parliament was made of 99% men. So the men sat down and said, no, see, this law...
It's a trap. If we signed it, we would have signed a death warrant.
So the thing suffered a lot. It suffered in the corridors of parliament.
This is good information, especially for most of our women, as you mentioned earlier. In terms of their rights and the protection of their rights in some of these situations. They haven't been very good beneficiaries. I know some men will come and fight me though, but I think this one insulates them a bit and keeps them
insulates who?
Away from broken promises. You every day you are, I'll marry you. You keep promising people. We will start sharing your things. We wait.
From what we saw, the 200,000 Ghana cedis that the court ordered, all of this is also different from that. That one was a breach of
promise to marry,
which has its own law.
He made a promise.
Yes.
He went to knock on the father's door. He said, "Oh, chairman, I'm told of a story where this lady and this guy were seeing each other, and he was paying school fees and all those things. And finally said, "Oh, I've gathered something small. Let's go to your parents and go and marry." And the girl says, "Oh no, I don't think that you are my type." Now she had a juicy job. She was looking at the guy with a different eye. So the guy said, "Okay, no problem. You, as my parting gift to you, I see that your father's the house, the roof, has a problem." So the lady said, "We've been looking for him." He said, "Okay, don't worry. For old time's sake, you, as my parting gift to you, not under compulsion or coercion, but that I will do it for you." So he said, "Oh, how many days would it take?" So we can do it in 2 days. So they went somewhere, asked of invoices and everything. The guy showed money to the people and said, "We will come back. He wants to add some more and complete the payment." So the lady believed it. Then he went on the side to go and get a carpenter. And they removed the entire roof. And then after 3 days, they were not seeing him. So the lady called and said, "Chairman, where are you?" He said, "Oh,
how far?
I'm in the UK." You cannot eat your cake and have it. I'm in the UK. Yeah. What you did to me is what I've done to you. Fix it. Cohabitation will bring problem.
and the way I dress too, they say some people say I'm in university and I'm in tertiary speaking.
Oh, you're speaking the way that you do.
And I say, if I'm university, but if you are going to university, you have like group picture. And then they say the way I'm dressed, I'm education.
For the sake of this interview, do you want to speak English or we can switch to Twi to make you more comfortable?
Oh, it's me.
You don't mind?
That's me. I don't mind.
You don't mind?
I've seen my crush, so he loved me the way I am.
You are, yeah.
Yes,
I see.
So, like the way people said I'm lying, I'm in university. They know me, and I'm saying, hey, like SS Cram Corner University, like. It's not me, but they say it's here. So some people, they believe and they let the show serve. They didn't call me again.
Did it make you feel bad?
Yes, they say I'm in university because of my dressing.
But does it make you feel bad when people mock you for not being able to speak English so
fluently?
No,
what is not like, this is like
how saying brofo?
Oh no, because the time I did not know how I speak my English, and the time I'm with Zandi Kamel.
Oh, okay,
and
okay.
Zandi Kamel will bring a phone, and I'm doing my English, and Zandi Kamel will post it, and some people say, hey, this guy is fool, this guy is funny. So from that day, I say, like the way people, Zandi Kamel is getting followers. So I say, hey, if like I don't go to school, I can do something, people like it.
Yeah.
So I do my social media, Miss London, and I'm doing my funny videos, my Valentine video. Valentine, they give me a tree, and I do everything. So if somebody laugh me, it's not my concern because I'm getting money.
Of course.
But what is like paying me is I'm not hearing English, and I'm go to some place. But people say I'm in university. It's like I'm lying to people. I'm me. Yeah. See my husband, the 3 days today, we went to the restaurant, we went to chop, and the woman calculates everything. And I say, no, please let my balance one cedi. The woman wants to cheat me, and I calculate with my hand. My husband said, oh, no, don't do that. I said, no, I'm tired before I get my money. Let me calculate. The way I'm not shy. The woman use calculator, but he cheats me. But I use my hand, I count all the food and the pure, and I take my 1 cedi.
Hey, 1 cedi, you couldn't dash 1 cedi to the
yes. So I'm like the way I am. I'm not the way I'm, but in the English, I learn from others. So the good one come, the bad one. But if it's under public and I want people to laugh, I speak my attack so that people will laugh.
So right now you speaking the
no, if the good one come, it's not everything that I know. So if it come, I'll do. If like it's miss. So I'm like the way I'm meeting, if I'm pretending my husband is not.
But let's bring Brian into the conversation. Like, what you were at the episode that Lovey was on. You saw her from afar. In fact, you saw her at the audition.
Yes,
I was told. And then at the reunion, you finally made your mark. So, what about her at that point you saw at the audition made you say that no, this woman I want to pursue?
Okay, so what happened is I was there actually on phone. I was making a call, and then I overheard her and some of the ladies having a conversation. And I really liked what she was saying.
Yeah.
You know, because
what did she say?
They were discussing about as a young lady going for a ready served man.
Okay.
You see, but she was saying that she doesn't agree to that.
She wants to grow with the man.
Yes.
Okay.
If she finds someone and the person is serious enough with a bright future and the person doesn't even have anything, she's okay with it.
Okay.
She can build something with the person.
I like that.
So that's where I got to know that now, if I made it to the audition, I'll go for her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. But you didn't make it in
it's not that I didn't make it.
Or you chose not to be explain.
I had a call.
Okay.
So I had to go back to the office.
So you couldn't stay for all of it.
For the
okay. But then you decided that I'm gonna come back. And then you finally made your move. But apparently I tried to speak to her before that.
Yeah, I've been trying to. But, you know, looking at her, how she was dressed, I was shy.
Hey, you were?
How was she dressed? I need to understand that. Because
She was really hot.
Hey,
you know,
okay.
She's very curvy.
So she's looking very fine.
Yeah.
So you're like, maybe I should take my time before I approach.
Let me monitor.
Okay.
Yes.
And then you finally decided that you're gonna make that move towards her.
Yeah, that was I think that was the third attempt. The second attempt was when I came for her shooting. So when I came, it was very funny. She was sitting, I approached her a little bit and I go back. I approached her a little and I go back. I was like, okay, maybe I'm not ready for that. And I just left. So at work, I was out. There's this lady I actually work with, not knowing that she goes to the same church with Lovia. You see how wonderful God is.
That's good.
So she actually gave me Lovia's contact.
Wow.
But when I called her, because she didn't know me, she wasn't giving me attention. Yeah.
So it was the third attempt.
So that was the second attempt.
So the third one is when she finally.
Reunion.
Oh, okay.
I actually came with the friend of hers.
Okay.
So she pushed me, try. So I finally mastered the courage and I pushed her.
So by that time you were already in love with her, or you just admired her and wanted to get to know her more? Which is which?
I admired her from a distance. I just wanted to know her more.
What made you fall in love with her eventually?
What?
Always, if you watch my video, you say, this guy is a fool, this guy is a fool.
You know, the thing is, at a point, I also thought she was faking.
Oh.
Yeah, because looking at her and how she was speaking in English, it's funny. So I thought maybe she was faking. So when I got close to her, I realized that now she's not faking. Everything about her is real. So that's what happened. That's what happened. So me falling in love with her, lot of things.
Lots. Hold on to that. We'll come to it so you can list it for us. But let's take a look and refresh your memories on what role Lovia played during Date Rush and how she became one of the most popular ladies on the show. Take a look.
And everything.
Yeah, I'm not saying they should. I'm just saying that when you see, because you don't know. You don't know.
You make me wanna rearrange.
We'll talk about the economy in a bit because we will be talking about cocoa farmers. We'll be talking about the impounded trucks at the...
Charlie, but people get hurt too. Anyway, before you move, let me read two messages for you.
People get hurt.
People get hurt too. Charlie, 83 million.
Charlie?
83 million. You want to run away with 83 million? At least pay some.
I'm sure that's not the first time they've
done that. At least pay some. Pay something. Then you can, if you start doing kalabule with the other half, then when we hear, we also say that, okay, well, you two, you were trying. Hey!
83 million.
83 million.
That's plenty money.
And this person will still come and overprice the goods for us.
And still even come and tell us that I'm in your share.
Hey. Anyway, let me read these two messages that I got. The first one says, our regular listener, Martin, says, my elder brother had been with his girlfriend for about 30 years. They live in the UK. They were together here in Ghana before both traveling. When my mom died some years ago, my sisters refused to put her name on the obituary poster as a daughter-in-law. This matter, Eventually, my brother had to go and do the needful. You see,
this is a Team Legal Wife.
Being with
Team Legal Wife story.
Yes. And so, being with the girlfriend for about 30 years without doing the needful. So, as I was saying, within those 30 years, the man would have done a lot of things in the woman's family.
Right.
Or with the woman's family.
Right.
Or to the woman's family.
Right.
That the law will base on
those
which
things.
to infer customary marriage. So if the woman had a funeral, then the man sent some drink. Where I come from, during the farming season, the man would organize and then go and farm for the woman's family.
The bereaved person's family.
So if you did all of those things, there's some family meeting, then your father-in-law, who is not properly so-called your father-in-law, invites you, we are sitting to consider this. Can you just pass through? Then you pass through. Then there are some decisions that are taken. You have not done the needful. You have not performed the customary rites.
Right.
But you are doing all of these small things. All of these small things. The law will look at all of those things and say that indeed the community knew the two of you as husband and wife, customarily.
I knew somebody who did some of the things that you are talking about now. He never handed raw cash. It's always Momo, bank transfer, check. He's leaving footprints so that one day.
But what is all this? Just go and do the needful.
No,
why are you struggling to gather evidence?
No, he's building evidence. Because there could be some of the instances that you go and say, I did this, and they will tell
then they won't believe you.
Yes. I know of a marriage that is dissolved now, where the gentleman was the one paying the school fees of the children and all those other things. But he always gave the money to the woman. So when the woman goes to the school to go and pay, it's the woman's name that appears on the receipt. When the marriage was about to be dissolved, the woman's lawyer made the claim that the gentleman, he doesn't do FOCO. It's the woman who does it. This is evidence. He said, I pay. He said, where is your evidence?
The receipts are in the name of the woman. A senior lawyer has also sent me a message. He says that, remember, informal marriage under customary law, customary marriage can be inferred and cohabitation can be a factor. So the point he's making is that if you are cohabiting, we can infer customary marriage into that
After how many years of cohabiting?
I think the discussion has always, senior lawyers help me out. I think the discussion has always been 5 years, minimum of 5 years, but I'm not sure exactly what it is. So lawyers listening, I beg you, if you know the exact, because this this would not be under the spousal property rights. Okay, so I think the discussion has always been around 5 years. If you have been together for at least 5 years, then it transitions from simple boyfriend, girlfriend
to something more serious.
And the law will look at it as such. So if you want to do like Phil has been doing, so you come and live for 1 month.
Picking on him. He has not been doing anything. He has not been doing anything. Why do you keep picking on him?
I need an example. So whose name should I use? No, I'm married. I'm not cohabiting. Careful what you say next.
Oh boy.
So if you are doing the weekend thing, it's different. If you every now and then the person stays over, it's different. But you live together continuously. In fact, with the consent of your parents, you, the woman, you move into the man's house. Your parents are fully aware that you are with this man. And then you come and tell us later that no, nothing was happening. Abba.
Anyway. Hope you're enjoying your Friday with us. Yes, of course, I knew that. Thank you for enjoying and for choosing us. I'm coming.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to the sports segment here on Sunrise on TFM 92.7. My name is Oreku Ampofo. We start off from the local scene where Sports and Recreation Minister Kofi Adams has pledged to donate 2 months of his salary to the newly established Sports Fund following the passage of the bill by the Parliament of Ghana. Speaking on the floor of Parliament, the Buem Member of Parliament describes the fund as a critical step towards revitalizing sports development in the country and ensuring sustainable financing for athletes and federations.
First contribution to this fund has already been made. The National Investment Bank has demonstrated leadership with a donation of 100,000 Ghana cedis. That gesture must not stand alone. It must mark the beginning of a national movement. In that spirit, I will donate 2 months of my salary to the Ghana Sports Fund effective February 2026. If we expect the private sector to invest, if we expect federations to reform, if we expect young athletes to commit, then leadership must also commit. I respectfully call on members of this House, ministers of state, and the executive to support this fund in tangible ways. Government has delivered the framework. We must now collectively strengthen it. I am confident that His Excellency the President, who made this reform possible, will continue to champion this fund as its foremost advocate.
That was Sports and Recreation Minister Kofi Adams. Let's now do some more where President of the Ghana Football Association, Kurt Okraku, has admitted he is worried about the growing injury list in the Black Stars camp as Ghana starts preparations for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. With the tournament fast approaching, a number of key national team players are currently sidelined with various fitness concerns at their respective clubs. The situation has sparked anxiety among supporters as maintaining a fully fit squad will be critical to the Black Stars' ambitions on the global stage. Addressing the issue, Okreku did not hide his concern but remained hopeful about the team's prospects.
I am concerned, and everybody is concerned about the number of players in the medical room as we speak now. But I'm very positive. I'm a very positive person. I always believe that everything and anything is possible, and our job is to work as much as we can. Our job is to pray as much as we can for the Almighty God to bless us, and we leave the rest to Him. I mean, we'll do our part, and we know that our part will be enough to make Ghana proud.
Still on the Black Stars, goalkeepers trainer Fatal Dauda has heaped praises on Ghana International Benjamin Asare, highlighting his focus, humility and willingness to learn as key traits behind his steady rise. Dauda, who previously guarded a post for Ghana during his playing days, revealed that he maintains close communication with Asare, offering guidance and technical feedback to help sharpen his development at both club and international level.
I've been in that position before, so because he's in the team as a Black Stars player, and that's my department, so anytime they play the game, I get in touch with him, with his goalkeeper coach. We share ideas, we give feedbacks for the way how he can improve as a goalkeeper and as individual. So I keep advising him to stay focused because the technical team saw you playing the Premier League, the local league, and then you were selected. So you need to stay focused and then keep doing what you know to do best. So I think he's doing well for himself and for his club, being a captain, a leader, and then a commander. You know, it's not easy. For that position, definitely, you know, you need to be criticized if things are not going well. That's how it should be. But for now, I think he's staying focused because he's someone who will listen. If you talk to me, listen. So he's a fast learner, he's coachable. So I'm happy for him. He's doing well for his club and for himself.
Well, that was Fatal Dauda, who's a goalkeeper trainer for the Black Stars. To the Ghana Premier League, where Hearts of Oak coach Didi Dramani says that he's expecting a challenging game against Berekum Chelsea on Sunday. The Phobians will host Chelsea at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium this weekend in their match day 23 fixture, scheduled at 3:30 p.m. Now, speaking ahead of the game, Dramani admitted that they are aware of Chelsea's threat, but insisted they will work to ensure that they continue their winning run.
Actually, don't celebrate too much. My celebration is always very short-lived because after a game is another game. Yes, they can move the ball very well. They are very courageous in terms of how they want to play. There's a clarity. You know, Boydu is somebody that I've also mentored in many and continue to mentor. And so with the greatest respect to him and his team. And so for me, we have picked the lessons from the previous game, the learning parts, and then we acknowledge the challenges that we had in our team, and we also acknowledge our strengths. We're building on that, and that's what we saw us doing, still working on.
Still in the Ghana Premier League, and head coach of Mediama Sporting Club, Ibrahim Tanko, admits his side are feeling the pressure after failing to extend their lead at the summit last week. The Takwa-based club now sits just 5 points ahead of second place BBN Gold Stars and Hearts of Oak following their draw against Adriana FC in the previous round. Speaking ahead of their weekend fixture, Tanko acknowledged a growing challenge from their title rivals, but expressed confident in his team's ability to bounce back, insisting their immediate focus is to return to winning ways.
No, I think there's no need to press a panic button. I mean, we knew from the beginning that the league is a very strong league, and we still have 12 games, and I mean, each of us has very, very tough games ahead of us. So I don't think we should press any panic button, but we have to concentrate and then work hard to come back to winning ways.
So that was head coach of Mediama Sporting Club, Ibrahim Tanko. Let's just go through the fixtures for match day 23 in the Ghana Premier League. Vision host Bechem United. Kerala are home to 11 Wonders. Adriana Stars face Hoho United as Nations welcome Dreams FC. Kotoko travel to Wenchi to face Young Apostles as Heart of Lions host BBN Gold Stars. Mediama face Samatex away as Holy Stars host Swedro All Blacks. Hearts of Oak are at home against Berekum Chelsea in that one. Let's head to Europe, where AJ Oxer, captain and Ghana national football team midfielder Elisha Owusu has outlined the club's ambitions for the remainder of the season. In an exclusive interview with 3 Sports, the midfielder stated that the team's primary objective is to avoid relegation. The French side currently sits 16th on the table, 5 points adrift of safety, as they battle to secure their top flight status.
I think right now, like you said, we have our main goal is to be in the playoffs, because we need to be aware of the situation, and we are 3 teams who fight for the same spot for now, and I think we need to take it day by day, and it's a process, if you look at stay in the league, yes, that's our main goal, but right now our main spot is to be in the playoff, and we will see what's happened, but we take it game by game, and yes, we look at the table, we know we are aware about the situation, and we know that we need to do more,
Well, that was Elisha Owusu of Oxer and the Black Stars. Speaking of the Black Stars, forward Joseph Painto delivered one of Matters most netting in the 68th minute to rescue LA Galaxy in a 1-1 draw against Sporting San Miguelito in the opening game of the CONCACAF Champions Cup first round clash in Panama. The Ghanaian equalizer hands the MLS side a crucial advantage heading into the second leg in Carson. The aggregate winner will take on Mount Pleasant FA in the round of 16 of the competition. Now to finish off with some athletics, where Keely Hodkinson has broken the long-standing women's indoor 800-meter world record set by Slovenian's Jolanda Keplak on the day the Briton was born almost 24 years ago. Olympic champion Hodkinson crossed the line in 1 minute 54.87 seconds in leaving France taking almost 1 second off Keplak's time of 1:55, which had endured since March 3, 2002. The 23-year-old who broke the record, the rarely contested record during her previous indoor 3 years ago, joins triple jumper Jonathan Edwards as the only British athlete to hold the current world record in one of the sports championships events. And that's how we'll be bringing an end to the sports segment here on Sunrise. You can get some more updates on our social media handles at 3SportsGH. My name is Ore Kwampofo, and Sunrise continues right after this.
The Electoral Commission has reiterated its commitment to organizing free and fair elections this December.
How's your week treating you? I'm here to serve you great music tidbit for your at-work listening pleasure.
Rastafari, Rastafari, Rastafari. Our Father, who art in Zion, Kanamawe, Kanamawe, Kanamawe. Oh, turn it up!
Come into the mountains.
It's time to drive you home in style with great music, the 411 and all your favorite songs, what's happening around town, and so much more.
And in the headlines today, the two leading political parties have been addressing the public on allegations of corruption. The Black Stars coach has unveiled his squad for the upcoming games, and there are some interesting names.
Pull up! The weekend is here and it's time to turn up. Get your dancing shoes on, Lego.
We really do have it all. It's a premium mix of information and entertainment every single day on 3FM 92.7, your urban lifestyle radio.
In the silence, something was growing. The journey continues. The calm before the storm. You can't mute a force that was born to speak. You can't bury rhythm. It rewrites itself. Louder. Every signal lost finds its way back to the source. This is not a comeback, it's a recalibration. This is the takeover. This is Trigmatic on 3FM Drive. Driving you home with good vibes, good conversations, and the freshest hits. Hop in, take a ride. Trigmatic on 3FM Drive. 3FM, your urban lifestyle radio.
The Electoral Commission has reiterated its commitment to organizing free and fair elections this December.
How's your week treating you? I'm here to serve you great music tidbit for your at-work listening pleasure.
Rastafari, Rastafari, Rastafari. Our Father, who art in Zion, Kanamawe, Kanamawe, Kanamawe. Oh, turn it up!
Come into the mountains, sight and I grandfather.
It's time to drive you home in style with great music, the 411 and all your favorite songs, what's happening around town, and so much more.
And in the headlines today, the two leading political parties have been addressing the public on allegations of corruption. The Black Stars coach has unveiled his squad for the upcoming games, and there are some interesting names. Pull up! The weekend is here and it's time to turn up. Get your dancing shoes on, Lego. We really do have it all. It's a premium mix of information and entertainment every single day on 3FM 92.7, your urban lifestyle radio.
In the silence, something was growing. The journey continues. The calm before the storm. You can't mute a force that was born to speak. You can't bury rhythm. It rewrites itself. Louder. Every signal lost finds its way back to the source. This is not a comeback, it's a recalibration. This is the takeover. This is Trigmatic on 3FM Drive. Driving you home with good vibes, good conversations, and the freshest hits. Hop in, take a ride. Trigmatic on 3FM Drive. 3FM, your urban lifestyle radio.
The Electoral Commission has reiterated its commitment to organizing free and fair elections this December.
How's your week treating you? I'm here to serve you great music tidbits for your at-work listening pleasure.
Rastafari, Rastafari, Rastafari. Our Father, who art in Zion, Kanamawe, Kanamawe, Kanamawe. Oh, turn it up!
Come into the mountains, sight and I grandpa.
It's time to drive you home in style with great music, the 411 and all your favorite songs, what's happening around town, and so much more.
And in the headlines today, the two leading political parties have been addressing the public on allegations of corruption. The Black Stars coach has unveiled his squad for the upcoming games, and there are some interesting names.
Pull up! The weekend is here and it's time to turn up. Get your dancing shoes on, Lego.
We really do have it all. It's a premium mix of information and entertainment every single day on 3FM 92.7, your urban lifestyle radio.
In the silence, something was growing. The journey continues. The calm before the storm. You can't mute a force that was born to speak. You can't bury rhythm. It rewrites itself. Louder. Every signal lost finds its way back to the source. This is not a comeback, it's a recalibration. This is the takeover. This is Trigmatic on 3FM Drive. Driving you home with good vibes, good conversations, and the freshest hits. Hop in, take a ride. Trigmatic on 3FM Drive. 3FM, your urban lifestyle radio.
The Electoral Commission has reiterated its commitment to organizing free and fair elections this December.
How's your week treating you? I'm here to serve you great music tidbits for your at-work listening pleasure.
Rastafari, Rastafari, Rastafari. Our Father, who art in Zion, Kanamawe, Kanamawe, Kanamawe. Oh, turn it up!
Come into the mountains, sight and I grandpa.
It's time to drive you home in style with great music, the 411 and all your favorite songs, what's happening around town, and so much more.
And in And in the headlines today, the two leading political parties have been addressing the public on allegations of corruption. The Black Stars coach has unveiled his squad for the upcoming games, and there are some interesting names. Pull up! The weekend is here and it's time to turn up. Get your dancing shoes on, Lego. We really do have it all. It's a premium mix of information and entertainment every single day on 3FM 92.7, your urban lifestyle radio.
In the silence, something was growing. The journey continues. The calm before the storm. You can't mute a force that was born to speak. You can't bury rhythm. It rewrites itself. Louder. Every signal lost finds its way back to the source. This is not a comeback, it's a recalibration. This is the takeover. This is Trigmatic on 3FM Drive. Driving you home with good vibes, good conversations, and the freshest hits. Hop in, take a ride. Trigmatic on 3FM Drive. 3FM, your urban lifestyle radio.
The Electoral Commission has reiterated its commitment to organizing free and fair elections this December. How's your week treating you? I'm here to serve you great music tidbits for your at-work listening pleasure. Rastafari, Rastafari, Rastafari. Our Father, who art in Zion, Kanamawe, Kanamawe, Kanamawe. Oh, turn it up!
Come into the mountains, sight and I grandfather.
It's time to drive you home in style with great music, the 411 and all your favorite stars, what's happening around town, and so much more.
And in the headlines today, the two leading political parties have been addressing the public on allegations of corruption. The Black Stars coach has unveiled his squad for the upcoming games, and there are some interesting names. Pull up! The weekend is here and it's time to turn up. Get your dancing shoes on, Lego. We really do have it all. It's a premium mix of information and entertainment every single day on 3FM 92.7, your urban lifestyle radio.
Some of the things she said I didn't understand. The tree, the quality of my tree doesn't reach that standard. But we thank her. We live in a dangerous sub-region, and a recent incident has shown what the threat of instability and insecurity is to our regional integration and trade. As has been the tradition over decades, we trade amongst ourselves, and so agricultural products from Ghana are traded into Burkina Faso, and agricultural products from Burkina Faso, Niger, onions, tomatoes are traded into Ghana. Recently, some traders from Ghana went to Burkina Faso to buy tomatoes, and they were ambushed in a village where they were transacting, and armed insurgents, terrorist armed groups attacked, and unfortunately we lost a number of our compatriots. Happily, there are few survivors, and so the Ghana Army is arranging to medevac them from Burkina Faso so that those who are injured can continue to receive treatment here in Ghana. And so on behalf of government and people, we express our condolences to the families of those who were either killed or have been injured. Agriculture is one of the most important contributors to our GDP, and it is a business that has long been looked down upon. I have two experiences. One, the son of a farmer. My father was at one time the biggest commercial rice farmer in Ghana, and so I grew up on the farm. And so for me, agriculture is a passion, it's a hobby, and I just love to see crops grow. Aside from that, my second experience is I've traveled far and wide, and sometimes I visit a country, and my colleague president invites me to visit his farm. And I've been impressed with what they do. I mean, public servants, ministers, every weekend, if you go to East Africa and other places, you better not make an appointment with a public servant on a weekend because you won't get him. On Friday, they leave to their farm, they come back on Monday and go to work. And so what Andy was saying, it's in line. Public officers, ministers, MPs, traditional rulers especially, because they are the custodians of the land. One of the major hindrances to tree crop development is access to land. And so traditional rulers especially, should take an interest in this initiative of promoting tree crops. So in whatever geographical area of the country you are, if it's in the north, a shea nut plantation, if it's in Brong-Ahafo area, cashew, if you're in Western region, rubber, cocoa, and if you're in Dodoa area and other places, mango. And so all of us must take an interest in the agricultural sector, and especially in tree crops. I want to thank Nana Kwebu-Ewusi. Andy referred to my own tree crop farm. Nana Kwebu-Ewusi gave me 50 acres of land, and I planted cocoa on the 50 acres. So I'm a cocoa farmer. And so when the price was reduced by government, it affects me too. I want to be able to empathize with farmers so that when we take any policy decision, we know that it has an effect on farmers and we feel it ourselves. If there's no fertilizer, if the price is expensive, I feel it myself because I also buy fertilizer. I recently acquired another 100 acres of land.
The best in the morning.
This time I've dedicated it to oil palm. And so we've planted the oil palm, we're putting in the irrigation system. And so I'm endorsing Andy's suggestion. When I'm going to do a reshuffle, the mitigating factor will be that you must have a farm. So public servants, ministers, priests, clergymen, traditional rulers, everybody, try and do some agriculture. Just next door in Cote d'Ivoire, almost every public servant, has a farm. And so let's take agriculture seriously. We must walk the talk, we must lead by example. We can't just always talk and say people should go back to the land when you yourself are not going back to the land. Recently, we've had a crisis with cocoa. It hasn't affected only Ghana. It's affected all cocoa producing countries. And it shows how unstable raw material exports are if you don't process and add value. And that means that we must take advantage of this crisis to make a pivotal change in how we handle our raw exports. And we've exported raw beans since Gordon Gaggisberg's time. For those of you who don't know Gordon Gaggisberg, he was one of the colonial governors. And Ghana at that time was the leading exporter of cocoa. And to think that in the 21st century, we're still the largest leading exporter of raw cocoa beans, that is not an accolade we should take pride in. We should take pride in being the leading exporter of manufactured cocoa products. And so this crisis must mark a turning point in our cocoa industry. As I explained when I spoke in Addis, we collateralize the beans and they give us money to buy the cocoa and export. So because of that, we cannot even allocate enough of the beans to our local processors. And that's why government took the decision that we should change the funding cycle of cocoa by raising the money locally in cedis, paying the farmers, and then allocating a certain portion of the cocoa beans to our processing capacity, and even increase the capacity to process locally so that we can create jobs within our value system and also stabilize the price of the cocoa that we produce. So without much ado, as Jerry, the MC, said, I'll acknowledge the representative of Otumfuo, our traditional leaders, our ministers of state, our international partners, and just say, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is a privilege to join you at this inaugural Ghana Tree Crops Investment Summit. Let me start. This summit is not merely ceremonial, it is strategic. It reflects a central commitment of the NDC's 2024 manifesto, which is to reset Ghana's economy by strengthening productive sectors, expanding exports, creating decent jobs, and positioning agriculture as a driver of industrial transformation. There's an Akam proverb that says, Ofro diapa ni pion. When you climb a good tree, that is when you are supported. Today, I must say, Ghana is climbing a good tree, the tree crop sector. And so we invite all Ghanaians, our investment partners, our diplomatic partners, to climb this tree with us. For decades, agriculture has contributed about 21% to our GDP. And cocoa has been our pride, earning roughly $2 billion annually and supporting millions of livelihoods. The 2024 manifesto says clearly that Ghana must move from dependence to diversification. Climate shocks, global price volatility, and environmental stress demand that we broaden our agricultural base. Economic resilience requires reducing our over-reliance on single commodity exports. And this is why tree crops are central to our agriculture for economic transformation agenda as set out in our 2024 manifesto. Beyond cocoa are 6 priority crops: cashew, coconut, oil palm, rubber, mango, and shea form the backbone of this diversification strategy. Together, these crops employ over 1.6 million Ghanaians and support strong rural economies that promote gender inclusion, contribute 2% of our GDP and 4.5% of agricultural GDP. The numbers tell a very powerful story. Share supports over 500,000 households, mostly women, and cashew employs nearly 890,000 people. Rubber supports about 500,000 farmers, and oil palm provides jobs for over 120,000 Ghanaians. These are not secondary crops, they are engines of transformation. Our manifesto commits us to transforming agriculture into a high-value, export-driven sector, and tree crops are central to that vision. Government is committed to building a 24-hour economy, a system in which production, processing, logistics, and exports operate continuously round the clock to maximize productivity and to create jobs. And tree crops are well positioned within this 24-hour economy framework. We will no longer export raw cashew, and so I invite our investment partners who export cashew to come and build the capacity to process our cashew locally. I want to travel and be able to buy cashew and see produce of Ghana, not produce of India or produce of some third-party country. We will no longer export raw cashew, raw shea, or unprocessed rubber, while importing the same finished products at higher prices. And so our target is clear: 50 to 60% local processing annually, expansion of agro-industrial parks, incentives for private sector processors, and stronger regulatory oversight through the Tree Crops Development Authority. Under the National Policy on Integrated Oil Palm Development, we call it the Red Gold, government is committed to invest $500 million to develop 100,000 hectares of oil palm and create 250,000 direct jobs. If we achieve this target, it will eliminate the 40% oil palm imports that we import from other areas and make Ghana a net exporter of oil palm. And so this is consistent with our pledge to scale up high-impact agricultural value chains with strong private sector participation. And we're placing emphasis on empowering especially women and our youth. Tree crops deliver exactly that. Women processors dominate the shea industry. Cashew and mango offer strong opportunities for young people to engage in agribusiness. Coconut and oil palm create processing and logistical jobs. And so through improved seedlings, farmers' hubs, access to finance, and matching grants for small and medium enterprises, we're going to build
the big conversation on 3FM Sunrise. The big conversation on 3FM Sunrise.
If you check your time now, it's 43 minutes after 8 on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. The President of the Republic, that's the voice you just heard, John Dramani Mahama, has unveiled the vision for Ghana's green economy, and he did that some 2 days ago. So he's been talking about cocoa and many other, crops, cashew included, etc. That will be signaling the beginning of our conversation on the big conversation this morning. And I've been joined in studio by Mr. Emmanuel Kutin. He is the Executive Director of the Africa Center for Security and Counter-Terrorism. Also, Mr. Solomon Owusu, who is the man in charge of communications for the United Party. Now, I'm told that Mr. Richard Ahiagba, also Director of Communications for the NPP, will join us on phone. But gentlemen, good morning to you, and thank you very much for your time.
Good morning to you, Johnny, and your cherished listeners and viewers. Now it is audiovisual.
Yes, it is audiovisual. It's audiovisual.
So our viewers and our cherished listeners.
That's right.
Across, we have a huge following.
We try.
Yes.
Try.
When I was coming, they were telling me, "Oh, we are listening. We are going to listen."
I see.
Yeah.
Oh wow, nice. We love them.
In fact, this morning, paneling was something the good people of this country was looking up to, especially our followers.
Okay.
Last night I got a lot of calls that look, it's going to be fireworks. They can't wait to see Ahiagba, myself, and Solomon do justice
to the
cocoa, especially the cocoa.
The cocoa sector.
People were very happy, but it's such a shame.
No, he will be on phone. He'll be on phone.
We'll get him on phone. But people must slow down.
Slow down. Solo should slow down for what? Please.
Ayagba should join our political party, and he will be free.
He'll be free from what?
He will be free from attacks, because you see the MPP is
who is attacking?
The Ghanaian. They are attacking. The Ghanaians is saying that look, your party messed this economy up. So don't be preaching to us again.
But Dr. Bawumia has already apologized.
No, that apology, you see, when you apologize, when you go to court and say, my Lord, I'm guilty, it doesn't mean you are free, you have been set free. Then you give the opportunity to the judge, for the judge to go into the criminal code and look at the offense that you committed and see the punishment thereof.
So are you a Christian? Are you a Christian?
I am.
What does the Bible teach you about forgiveness?
The Bible?
Yes.
So that's why we are going into the law.
So when you forgive somebody,
who has forgiven someone? You have told us your sins, and we are now going to look at the criminal code and see the magnitude of the sin and the punishment thereof.
No, he sought forgiveness. Look, we are a human institution,
Yes.
Johnny.
Yes.
We are so fallible.
Yes.
You and I, you know, when you seek forgiveness from God, does God go to look at the criminal code and apply the appropriate punishment?
See, so, for instance, the hole alone.
Yes.
The $97
Which
million. The hole at the rich.
No, but that
alone can keep them in opposition for another 15 years.
But that was not the doing of Bawumia. This was a personal pledge.
So listen to the doing of Bawumia.
A personal pledge by the former president.
Yes.
That if he wins, he will build a house for God. So how has this thing got to do with His Excellency Dr.
So let's listen to Bawumia so then.
Bawumia so is what?
The NAPCO. The NAPCO. I have been telling you that they never engage 100,000 people. That's the first.
It was 97,373.
Yes,
That was
almost
they only engage 7,000 people. The rest was
it's not true.
You see, that is one of the problems of this administration.
So, do you have the facts?
Relax.
Look, don't bandit things.
What is the bandit thing?
Look, Johnny is a journalist. He's telling you it's 97,000.
What I know is that the last time Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta spoke about it in Parliament.
Yes.
Which is recorded in
Which
the
was a lie. He pledged it.
Well, then he should be.
Yes, the man has run away. That's why we can't answer.
Who has run away?
Ken Ofori-Atta has run away. But what I'm saying is that they never. I have written to the right to information because all the 197,000 people that you are talking about, they would have been paid through the former.
That's why they give response.
So we can easily.
What was the response for the?
They have not responded to me yet.
So what has right to the information commission?
So I'm going to
get a lawyer, go to court. The court will compel them.
You see, Johnny, it's important we get the list.
But you keep writing things to people.
And you don't get response. It's only Solomon who writes things and he doesn't get response. I've written a lot of things per the right to information and I've gotten response. Even a day before yesterday, I wrote to the audit service. Looking at a certain head of a security institution, whether he declared his access or not, and when he was reappointed, whether he followed due process, they have responded.
So I'll give back to you since you get the response to go and give it to them. So
but why is yours not being responded to?
You were here when publicly I submitted my petition to OSP. As we speak, no response.
So what did you do after that?
Hold up, why don't
I don't know.
Solo.
Is it because that it goes to the core of the issues that we have been discussing? The vice president sitting or telling us that he bought more than 300 pickups.
He didn't say he bought.
Oh, but
he said he donated.
Okay, so he donated.
And I explained this matter here before, Johnny. I've contested elections before.
Yes.
And it's public knowledge that when you are going to contest elections, you get all manners of donations and funding from people.
It's not a problem.
So if people gave him the vehicle and he donated to the party, and the people, how does that amount to
one at a time.
People gave him the pickups.
Yes.
The law governing our politics says that when someone donates, you be the Ghanaian or a foreigner, you must declare.
That's right.
So either way, he's not exonerated.
All the political parties are guilty of this crime. That's why we have been calling for the reforms where
it is not
political
reforms,
parties will be publicly funded, so that you can track some of.
So you see it as a good thing, eh?
I don't
that
see
the law says that
thing.
you must declare.
Johnny.
That I've written to the OSP to make sure that he declares, and you have a problem with it.
No, I don't have a problem.
He said because everybody is doing it, so it's right. Is that how we build a country?
No. Johnny, I've stated here on countless occasions that it's about time we reform our institutions.
We don't need any reform. The laws are there. It must work.
But in the law at its current shape, it's always difficult to enforce.
What is difficult about it?
Let's make a law funding political parties from the public purse, and we ensure that whatever donations are coming in, you can track and make it a criminal offense if you don't report. That will even help your party.
So do you
because it will give you funding.
His party?
It will give you funding.
Are you saying his party doesn't have money?
They don't have funding. That's the reason why they still don't have offices across the country.
We are going to inaugurate our offices from the middle of next month.
So you told me the last time that you're going to do that when.
But first of all,
so we have a political
one at a time.
Political parties are publicly funded. It will help.
Don't run away from the core issue we are discussing.
You say we should start with Dr. Bawumia's own.
Why
then based on that, then we can go. But he's not the only one who has said that.
If you know someone, then you petition. Petition. Thankfully, he told us that he donated more than 300 pickups. And based on his own words, I said, look, Mr. OSP, go and let him explain. You, instead of you
Johnny,
arguing, you must support my position. If you really care about dealing with corruption.
But are you suggesting that the thing was acquired through corrupt
I have
activities?
every reasonable suspicion that it's through corruption.
No, but your suspicion is not enough.
No, but that is why I've given it to appropriate authority to investigate, to confirm or deny my suspicion.
So wait and let them.
But the man is not acting. The OSP is sitting there, is not acting.
Okay,
he will write to you.
Let me ask
you will discuss with him to write to me.
He will write to you.
Johnny, with all honesty and sincerity.
But who has not been honest and sincere?
Solo.
But you
the movement for change. Now, no, I mean that at the time,
yes,
when you contested the last elections, people made donations.
No,
to
we
the
rented
party.
our vehicles.
We
rented all the pickups.
So you want to say that nobody donated money to the movement?
Nobody.
Did you declare
me?
That
I was using my own money to do my own thing. Everybody was.
And so if everybody to decide, and so using my money to do my own things, I'm going to get a vehicle and give it to the.
Petition the OSP to come and ask me how I supported myself. It's as simple as that. I have petitioned.
He who calls for equity must equally count.
I can't believe.
So show us how movement for change finance your last elections. If you are not guilty of the same thing you are accusing Bawumia for.
This morning, you will let people have a second view about you. Let me say,
what view?
The view they will have about you is that in one breath, you come here and talk about corruption. Now I have petition. By petition, I'm not saying that
your petition based on suspicion.
But exactly. I'm not endorsing corruption.
So why are you? Why this debate?
I'm asking that since you are leading the crusade.
Yes.
And there is a saying that he who calls for equity must equally count. Show to the good people of this country how movement for change was founded in the last election.
If you have any suspicion that we did something untoward, it is within your right to petition the OSP. It's as simple as that.
It's not about
I have not gone anywhere to tell anybody that I donated more than 300 pickups.
You don't go to court with suspicions. You go to court with suspicions.
So the fact is that it remains a fact that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia said that he donated more than 300 brand new pickups to the NPP campaign. Now I've checked his salary for the entire 8 years, and he couldn't support the very.
But before the 8 years, he was deputy governor of the Bank.
It even makes it worse. I went there, and he couldn't have supported it.
You have details of
salary at Bank of Ghana, and he couldn't support it. If he decided not to even touch a cent.
Why are you targeting Dr.
No, I'm not targeting him. I want to. He has been going around preaching integrity. So I want to test the integrity.
Just I'm testing the integrity of movement.
You are testing the integrity on air. Me, I've tested it with the appropriate institution. Okay. So go ahead and test it with the appropriate institution.
Let's move on, gentlemen. So the cocoa farmer.
Yes.
Is he being shortchanged, Solo?
Well, under the current circumstances, the cocoa farmer is better off. In all sincerity, our politics has been diluted. We are more fixated on doing partisan politics than building a nation. Cocoa is an international commodity. We don't decide the prices in Ghana here. So the world market price is it is now 4,000. In fact, it has reduced to 3,000 range. So what it means is that if Ghana goes to sell it, they will be selling it at the current rate if they are selling it today.
Right.
If you are selling a product at $3,000 or $4,100, as the case is, on what basis would you be paying more than that $4,000? If it is not cheap politicking, if it's not the way and manner we do our politics, it must even not occur. The issue of the government reducing the prices to reflect reality must not occur to anybody. You see, and people are underestimating or downplaying the intelligence of the cocoa farmer. Look, nobody understands cocoa politics more than the cocoa farmer. If the prices or the price of cocoa in our neighboring countries were that good or better than ours, I tell you there wouldn't be any noise. Do you know how to smuggle cocoa than the cocoa farmer in this country? They would have sent the cocoa to either Cote d'Ivoire or Togo. Look, 2023, 2024, 2024, 2025 season. In fact, 2023, 2024 in particular, the entire OT region, which is a cocoa growing region, they only contributed 97 tons to the total national average. Now guess what? 97 entire region OT a cocoa growing area.
I know there's smuggling happening in
exactly.
the region. Yep.
So 97 times 16.
So why do you think
what it means is that they only contributed 1,552 bags to the national average. You guess what? In 2023-2024, the price of cocoa in Togo was way higher than what we were given in Ghana. So it became an incentive to the extent that Cocoa Board internally instituted a reward package. Guess what? Cocoa Board was paying two-thirds of the value of a bag of cocoa to any whistleblower who exposed smuggling.
Smuggling, right?
Because it was going on in huge quantities. When the prices were reviewed this year, last year till now, they have contributed more than 2,000 tons. So those that are crying more than the bereaved, the cocoa farmer knows that the prices around is nothing to write home about.
But did you not see the press conferences, the meetings in the farms,
that
the cocoa farmers talking about it?
But yesterday, didn't you hear the cocoa farmers in Western North that they were given 250 Ghana cedis by the NPP to go and demonstrate? They have taken the money, but they know. In fact, I heard one old woman, and I claim that is where this morning I still want to remind this administration that their strategy of covering up will be resisted.
Covering up what?
They are covering up those that have stolen from us. These administrators, those in power now, they are covering up everywhere.
But they're exposing it through press conferences.
Well, how can you expose it to you must act. Yoko must act. The Attorney General must not be sleeping. What is the Attorney General doing now? What is he doing now?
Prosecuting other cases.
Which other cases?
Operation Recover.
Attorney General Yene, we did not put you there to come and do. When he was doing briefingness daily, I was so happy. Who advised you to stop? Or you also want to aid in that business?
No, but the suggestion at the time was that he cannot do public prosecution.
Attorney General, you represent the interest of the people of this country. As a Ghanaian, I am entitled to know whatever is happening.
So he must not follow the law?
The law says that briefers, you are serving the president. The president, we voted him there. It is incumbent on you to let us know. When you file something at the court, it means you have made it public.
That's right.
So holding a press conference on it is just to throw light for all of us who cannot have time to go and follow the case at court to know what is happening. Now, this old woman said that, look, they understand where the world market price of cocoa is. But their difficulty as people in Sehi, in Akontomra, in Jenejene, in my village, is that they know people at Cocoa Board stole in the past. Why are you not going after them? Look, Cocoa Board went and bought 12-acre plot of land at University of Ghana at $9 million. $9 million. And signed an agreement with the University of Ghana that in just 4 years, they will put up their office. And if for the first 2 years they are unable to do so, they will write to the university for an extension for 2 more years. And that after that 2 years, if they are unable to do so, it means the land reverts back to the University of Ghana. They did that transaction in 2019. We are in 2026. For the first 2 years that they couldn't construct the head office, they did not even have the courtesy to respect their own agreement, to even write to the university. The 4 years has elapsed. There is not a single block on that land, so it means technically that the land must revert back to the University of Ghana when they had parted away with $9 million. And you have some people going around and paying monies to innocent people to go into cocoa farms to go and demonstrate to who?
But who worked at Dennis Abaji didn't work at Cocoa Board?
He doesn't even have a clue about cocoa.
Oh no, come on, please.
Dennis Abaji, until recently, he had never seen cocoa bean.
Oh, he comes from the Eastern region.
He doesn't know. If he had a clue about cocoa, he would not be going to the farms with the MPP executive at Ekropong, some of whom I know, to go into cocoa farm. At one point, when they were doing the press conference, somebody forgot about it. But I mean, the journalists over there too didn't do a good job. He should have covered that place. The guy was still and said that Randy brought a chair to the farm. I mean, they didn't even quote them well. But what I'm saying is that the time has come for us to have a comprehensive solution to our cocoa. And I agree entirely with the proposals that has been put forward by this administration. Okay. If only it will be implemented. Because those proposals are also captured in our Great Transformation Plan.
I see. You know, let me come to you now and ask you, there's the back and forth. This government says, look, we met a lot of rot. The cocoa board was almost collapsed. Deals were cooked to, if you like, have a state capture of cocoa board. Now the government is here, press conferences after press conferences, briefing after briefing. Cocoa farmers, are they better off?
Well, Johnny, thank you for having me, and very good morning to our cherished listeners. My good friend looked at the accountability aspect, which I feel it is very crucial if we want to reset the cocoa industry. But you see, Ghana earns about $2 billion annually from cocoa. That is practically accounting for about 20% of the world output. Yet, if you look at our smallholder farmers, about 800,000 of them, they just got their prices sliced over 28% without any warning. Johnny, nobody will be happy about that.
That's
at
right.
all.
They didn't see it coming.
They didn't see it coming. And if you just oppose that with what Cote d'Ivoire did, they absorbed a portion of the shocks. They didn't pass everything entirely to the farmer. So on the basis of even this opening statement, you agree with me that our farmers have been what? Changed. So if you look at the system, Johnny,
What did you say?
That they are not now in a better place
they are not in a,
than they were
some
before.
change. They've not been in a better place than before. And
Okay,
I'm
demonstrate
going to
that.
explain
Yeah.
Okay.
Demonstrate that.
If you look at the system,
Mhm.
you see, it has been traditionally structurally rigged against the farmer. And this is why. You see, the farmer has no choice, no access. It's the cocoa board or the cocoa review pricing committee who sets the price, and the farmer has no choice than to accept or smuggle. That is why, for the first time in this country, statistics have shown that 1/3 of our cocoa was was smuggled out of the country.
Which year is that?
The 2024 under review.
Yes.
You see.
What about the pricing?
So if the pricing wasn't good, was good, nobody would smuggle cocoa to neighboring countries to go and what?
But
and
are
sell.
cocoa farmers being fair to the government when government provides them with fertilizers and other support, and they expect the full? If I help you to run your business, I must also chop from the business. No.
You see, historically, Johnny, if you look at the structure of cocoa board,
Right.
it is a colonial era structure that had been in place over the period without any major reforms. And if you look at the major beneficiaries, they are these multinationals who make billions of dollars at the expense of what? The farmer. So to me, if you look at even the 70% FOB, it's generous. But until we see its proper implementation, to some of us, we see it as a ceiling instead of what? A floor in the whole cocoa enterprise. So why is it the case that when cocoa prices go up, farmers are not given the full benefit of it? You remember in 2024, it went as far as $12,000 per ton.
That's right.
What was our farmers getting? Even I remember Atufosin, the minority leader at the time, held a press conference. He was even asking that government should give 6,000
That's right.
per bag. Is that not the case? Then nothing of that nature even happened. They increased it slightly, and the multinationals and government was making all the windfall. Now there's a slump in prices, and you are pushing everything to the farmer. And there's this school of thought, Johnny.
No, but
Our
want to
CEO,
understand.
I'm coming.
What he says, they are pushing everything to the farmer.
No, I will give you a chance
All
to
right.
have a right or a
Go
Go ahead. Go
the
ahead.
28th over 28% price reduction. Who bears the ultimate responsibility? Is it not cocoa farmers who are suffering?
I don't get you.
When they reduce prices.
Yeah, when it gets to my town,
don't do jandam with this.
No, he's not. So go ahead, make your point. Iman, make your point. Make your
you
point.
made the point.
Iman, no, make your point.
So if you look at it technically, and I made reference to Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire is equally a cocoa.
But Cote d'Ivoire's formula and how they price the thing is not like our formula. Because in Cote d'Ivoire,
they do
they are CCC.
Yes,
that's they are pricing in a different way, far different from what we do here.
Because
so
they
we can't
did
compare.
Reforms. They did reforms. It's about 8 years ago Cote d'Ivoire did those reforms.
Are they better off today?
They are better off to some extent. If they are no better, why are cocoa farmers smuggling our beans to Cote d'Ivoire?
It is not happening. That is
happening.
It is not.
It is happening.
If they were happening, why would they complain? If indeed let's go by what you are saying.
Look, let me tell
if they are smuggling,
Solo,
it means there is no cocoa beans there. Why would they come back and complain to you that your prices are no good?
I shouldn't say this on air.
Yes.
But I have
Then
someone
don't say it. Then don't say it.
approached me.
Yes.
And wanted to do this smuggling stuff to neighboring country. I advised the person not to do it because the prices were simply not competitive here as compared to our neighboring countries. And that is a fact.
It's a fact.
It's a fact.
It is not.
It's a fact.
Because I have people there in Cote d'Ivoire too. I know for a fact that Cote d'Ivoire has more than 1 million tons in their warehouses, and it is getting rotten to the extent that though the government has not reduced pricing, their farmers are doing what we call black market selling. They come to you and tell you that, look, I have the cocoa. No, it is this. I'm selling it. And that is more dangerous.
Do you know Cote d'Ivoire used the forward sales strategy?
That's right.
We don't do that. That's why they are able to get better market
But
share
then
than us.
why then?
So
if
they don't have it. And look, for the avoid.
Are you saying Cote d'Ivoire doesn't have cocoa in store?
They have. You see, when I say they don't have the gout, like we are trying to portray in our situation. You remember our CEO who held a press conference and lamented how we have a lot of cocoa beans unsold because of pricing challenges. What happened after 1 week? The world cocoa price came down. Could it be that because he did that press statement, those things forward the market? Because if people in the international arena otherwise have seen that, Ghana is one of the biggest producer of cocoa, accounting for 20% of the world output. It's saying that they have these quantities on, so it means that there must be something wrong. And after a week, what happened? The price slammed down. You are in the financial market. You know speculation can lead to a whole lot of things.
Let me say that. Don't ever think that these multinationals, they don't have research desk.
They do.
And that they would depend on, before Randy will even say anything, they have the data, they have their people here, they have their people in the farms. They know every stock available at any given time.
That is why I say it's a school of thought. It's an opinion. It's an opinion. It's not jandam. I say it's a school of thought.
So what Randy said, yes. Dr. Randy Abbey said,
it could. Full speculation.
But we don't know that for
because
a fact that they full out.
Why people think it could have accounted for that is after that press statement. Just exactly 1 week, the prices of world cocoa came down.
But before then, Randy hadn't spoken. Yet the prices were coming down. So based on what was were the prices coming down, he hadn't made this statement. He took over a cocoa sector that the price was up around 7,000 thereof. Within a year, it had dropped to 4,001. He hadn't made this statement, so it cannot be accurate that but because he said that it further dip.
The rate of change with this one was so significant.
No, from 7,000 to 4,000, and then 4,000 to 10,000.
Over 28% drop is a lot. And you know what does that to the farmer?
But
it affects their livelihoods. School fees, healthcare,
but a
lot of them, and it even brings challenges of food security. You know that. So are you saying our cocoa farmers are not hit?
Of course they are hit.
So what is the argument?
No, the argument you are making is as though deliberately somebody wants to shortchange the cocoa farmer, which we must all speak the truth.
You see,
we can do politics with this.
We are not doing
and then
why must we do politics with people's lives?
But what we are doing is exactly politics.
How is that politics? Whom am I blaming?
No.
Whom am I blaming?
I don't have to see.
I'm blaming the management of Cocoa Board.
But this is politics when you know that the Cocoa Board has no control over the pricing on the international market.
My brother, look at even the management style of Cocoa Board
over the period.
You see,
over which period? Randy Abbey
was
just
not
under 25.
No, when I'm saying over the
don't
period,
generalize it. Be
not
specific.
over. You see, when I started my statement, I made reference to the fact that this has been a colonial era structure.
Don't stretch it to
that
colonial.
has been
The last 8
against
years
the
has been
cocoa
terrible.
farmer. Why do you think that the last 8 years is terrible? And the last 1 year or so is not terrible.
But the data speaks to it.
No, what data?
No.
So let's go into it.
What data?
Hold on, please.
Let's move on. Don't interject me. When you were speaking, allow you.
Hold on.
You can't have my brother. So that today we can't do this.
You know the Gudgesbeck era?
Yes.
Where we started this whole conversation.
Yes.
If we want to go into the colonial era, that argument will fall.
Exactly.
Because the press conferences that Dr. Randy Abbey has been holding and sharing details of the rot at Cocoa Board, which questions have not been answered by the people who now say the problem is this administration, raises eyebrows and questions.
Johnny,
no.
Did you have the privilege of listening to Newsfire last weekend when Randy Abbey was on the same platform with the former CEO of Cocoa Board?
We all listened.
He was schooled. All the allegations that had been peddled against whatever happened in the last 8 years, and why we had this.
Dr. Randy Abbey was schooled by Honorable Boahin Edu.
No, I'm not doing the program anymore.
You have to do a program anymore.
Your conclusion is no. I am so saddened this morning.
Look,
the guy just went there to exhibit gross incompetence, ignoramus about the cocoa sector, and it explains why they left a negative equity position of 3.8.
Don't let us go far.
What are you talking about?
Why do we have our cocoa beans stock here unsold? Because we didn't put forward sales strategies in place.
But that was the case under the MPP.
I'm coming.
That was the case under the MPP.
I'm coming.
The last year.
Solo, you say that the last 8 years they didn't manage the sector well.
Yes.
Now you have a new management in place over a year, and we are not seeing any sign of improvement. How long are you going to be blaming the former management for the ills of what we have in the sector?
What do you
we
do?
all agree. We all agree that the cocoa sector had been a monumental challenge over a long period of time.
What do you do if you come in as CEO?
Yes.
And you come and meet quantity of sacks
that
have been bought that could last for maybe 3-4 years, and then the next year, while the about 3-4 years stock is not finished, we order another one, and then the next year, while that stock is also not finished, adding up to the previous year, we order another one, and some are stuck at the port. Who should we blame? Should we blame the previous CEO, or should we blame
the previous CEO? When he said that Juke Sachs, it takes a long time.
No. It's not the previous CEO. It's the son of the CEO.
Okay, the son. Sorry.
What is the locus of even the son?
Wait. It does
in Cocoa Board affairs. Did we appoint the son as the CEO or the father? We expect the father to be speaking.
It looks like you didn't go to Sunday school.
Okay.
You got to the father through the son.
So now we understand why they left it and negative.
Johnny, it's not the case.
The son was the one running the show.
I didn't say that.
The son was running the show.
The guy was invited.
The father has gone
the guy was invited on the show.
His peace of mind.
The guy was invited on the show as an academic.
As what?
He didn't go there in any capacity on behalf of
Ima, you have not answered my question.
So I'm coming there. The explanation has always been that Juke Sachs, it takes a long period of time to produce, and that was why they did such arrangement. But this is a case, Johnny. This is a case. How long is NDC going to be mourning and crying over these things? Why are they not being accountable? They should arrest those people. Why are they not arresting them?
That I agree with you.
Why are they not arresting them?
I cannot.
If they are probable cause that something untoward happened in Cocoa Board in the last 8 years, Johnny, it's simple as ABC. We all need accountability.
I agree with you.
Why they not arresting them?
I agree with you.
You remember ECG?
Right.
All the noise we made about ECG and the rot and whatever. What has happened to it? So let's stop making politics out of it and discuss these matters without political
but Ima, if I let me,
I'm not doing politics.
Ima,
it's not politics.
Ima, let me bring it home.
Yes.
So I need 2 bags of rice that will last me for 6 months in my home.
Yes.
Then by the time the 6 months elapses, I still have 1 bag of rice. But I still go and buy 2 more bags of rice to add to the one that is, so it makes 3.
Yeah.
Then the next
to be self-sufficient.
Then in December, when I still have 2 bags of rice that can actually last me too much, then I buy another one.
That is what the ants they do. You know the ants, they plan ahead. That's why the ants they do. That's why the Bible even teaches us that we should be wise like the ant. Is that not it?
Like the serpent.
The serpent. So that's what the ants do. In the dry season, they gather as much as they can gather. They don't know what the rainy season will bring.
That advice,
but having said that, listen,
hold on. If you took your Sunday school lessons well, you would have known that advice to the ant for the ant or that analogy of the ant was to the lazy man. Are you suggesting that?
No. It was not to the lazy man, Johnny. Which part of the
to the sluggard? Is it to the sluggard?
You sluggard, go to the ant, learn his ways.
So are you saying that the man was lazy?
He wasn't lazy.
Okay, but what was it? Explain.
I'm just trying to make light of the situation in a bit. But look, the truth of the matter
is no truth here. Let's go on that tangent.
NDC, they are over 1 year in government. Whoever caused the mess, and they believe that there was a mess that was caused there. They are human beings. They are Ghanaians. Right. They are around.
Right.
Why are they not arresting them?
That I agree with you.
Why are they not arresting them?
Now let's move
the
on.
Press conferences
we wanted to talk about figures quickly.
So I was coming to the Cocoa Board management crypt that has brought us to where we are. Cocoa Board has not been intentional with its management staff. Cocoa Board essentially is to be the protector of the farmer. Is that not it, Johnny?
Yes.
Then Cocoa Board comes in and become road contractors and doing other things. And forgetting that if you use all your resources for functions that you were not even
mandated to
do, what happens?
But then
you run broke.
But then the Cocoa
and
Roads.
this is what we are facing. Now what did government do?
So don't generalize. Go into the specifics. Why are you afraid to touch everything?
Look, we are discussing a national discourse.
National discourse. You must pinpoint so that we fix it once and for all. You cannot generalize it. Were you part of management of Cocoa Board?
The cocoa challenges in Ghana didn't start under MPP.
Agreed.
Unless, of course, you want to tell me that the challenges started with MPP.
No.
So if you want to fix the problem, it has become a national problem. Because the farmers that are suffering, you can't differentiate who is an NDC, who is an MPP. All the farmers are suffering and they are demonstrating. Is that not the
They are not demonstrating.
They are demonstrating.
At least we have had.
And farmers not demonstrating.
No, they say
how are you able to know that these farmers are MPP solo?
But they came out their own case.
You are quick to accuse me of doing politics. But I don't understand.
No,
what I know is that farmers are demonstrating. Is that not? Johnny, are farmers demonstrating or they are not demonstrating?
It's a group of
So I've seen some people who say they were giving money to go and demonstrate.
You are not
giving money by who?
I don't know.
By MPP, they said they have been giving money by.
That's solo. That I don't know.
Me, I know.
But I know. How did you?
Your information hasn't gotten to that level of knowing whether it was MPP.
Yes.
But me, I know that the Western North NPP decided to go and give the money to them. Those that were on camera, they stated it, and nobody has challenged that position. Again, I've seen Poyando, the regional communication director of the MPP in Ashanti region, taking part in the demonstration. When I know Poyando has never seen a cocoa tree before.
Oh no, please. He lives in Ashanti region. Ashanti region is the cocoa growing area.
Poyando lives around Ija, and there's no cocoa beans there. Forget about Poyando.
Johnny, you see, Solo is rather politicizing and otherwise.
Okay, we need to move on.
Why are you pontification.
Because your people are pontificating.
Okay.
People are pontificating.
Okay.
Look, John.
Quickly.
Johnny, let me laugh.
1 minute for each of you. Let's talk about the figures. Let's talk about the figures. Let's talk about the figures. Yes. Okay. Now, I want the listener to come to terms with all of us. Yes. You said you had some data.
Yes.
Right? So quickly, let's go through your data and then we can compare and contrast.
Yes.
And then the listeners can make a sense out of.
Fantastic. In simple terms, at the time that the NPP was taking over, Cocoa Board was a profitable institution. In 2016, they had an equity position of 1.8 billion, meaning that if Cocoa Board was sold,
Sunrise on 3FM, the best.
Ghana would have made 1.8 if you compare the assets to our liabilities. Now, fast forward 8 years that they came to lead. At the time of leaving office, Cocoa Board had a negative equity of 3.8 billion. What it meant was that if we were to sell Cocoa Board in 2024, 25 that MPP left, we will be left with negative position. A deficit that you and I, they have to go and borrow to even pay debtors. That was the two situations. Again, at the time that they were living, because of the reckless nature of how they had managed Cocoa Board, they had been taken out of the syndication, the foreign sales. So Cocoa Board was not even selling this cocoa way ahead of time, which I even don't subscribe to. I don't believe that you must be selling our cocoa way ahead of time because you never know what will happen in future, as it happened in 2024, 2025, when the price skyrocketed to $10,000 or $12,000. But because of that forward sales and that chop again, remember in 2023, 2024, we could not supply 767 out of the 800,000 tons that we were supposed to deliver, and that one translates into almost $900 million. Johnny, if you are supposed to supply X amount of goods and you couldn't supply, and you have taken money for that, the reasonable thing is that the money will be in the account. Is that the case?
That's right.
So why is it that money was not in the account, but you took over a positive balance sheet, yet we were told during the State of the Nation address in 2025 that Cocoa Board was owing 32.9 billion. This is the situation of Cocoa Board, and that we cannot say that we are discussing this matter in general terms without pinpointing those that committed us and did this. Look, the Cocoa Rose that he was talking about, in the entire history of Cocoa Rose, when they started in 2014 till 2024, the total sum of contract that have been given out was in the region of 26 billion Ghana cedis. And guess what? 25 billion out of that amount took place between 2017 and 2024. And you know, they have signed a contract when they know very well that Cocoa Board did not have the money. They have signed a contract that the moment they were done with the contract, 90 days, anytime they raised any certificate, within 90 days, Cocoa Board must pay. Who does that? So if they have done all these things, remember also that they told you and I that they were using $350 million to go and rehabilitate 156,000 hectares of what? Cocoa farms. They finished the money, but only rehabilitated 40,000 of it. And that is why I agree with you that why are they still walking about freely when we know that there has been criminality? The youth SARS that you were talking about, you were only pussyfooting. I mean, who would do that? You wouldn't do it. So if you will not do, why must somebody who is serving the interest of this country do the same thing? Now you are going to quote Michael Edu, who has no clue about cocoa, that you had a lot of cocoa sacks at the port. That has not been cleared. Because the excuse you gave is that you didn't have money to clear the youth. Right. So where were you getting the money to be piling up? To the extent that 2024, they even issued an irrevocable letter of credit to the tune of $48 million to go and buy additional sacks. To come and do what? And all these things have happened.
To come and store the beans. So.
The beans were even not there. The beans. And don't miss something. All these criminalities that I see took place between 2023 and 2024. And you know what was happening in 2023?
Tell me.
They were doing internal politics. You remember super delegates and national elections when they were paying delegates 200,000, 300,000.
Oh, but you cannot say that.
I was in the MPP then. I saw them. People were flat. That is why the National Service, I'm surprised that the lady is going about their filing here at Asibe. They were just looting, for Christ's sake.
But the Attorney General has not been able to prove that.
Attorney General, you see, John, President John Mahama, this is your last time. Oh. Don't let anybody disturb your legacy. Because there are people who believe that it is business as usual.
Okay. I hear you. Ima, your closing thoughts on this one.
In fact, Johnny.
Yes. The data.
With the data. until some of us get the Auditor General's report on Cocoa Board in the 2024 cruise season.
Right.
I hear this narrative Solomon is propagating here. The same narrative the NDC is giving. It's easy to say these things without putting the person to the strictest of proof. And I have no reason to doubt what he is saying, you understand? Until the Auditor General reports come on Cocoa Board on the 2024 window, we'll have a very good conversation on this. But look at this, Johnny. What we see in this country is that if you look at, we agree that the 2023-2024 season was a damaging season for the Cocoa Board. If you look at 2022-2023 season, it was similarly stark. But let's look at the numbers in 2015, because I don't want this thing to look as if we are talking about a particular regime. Farmers were receiving 425 Ghana cedis. 2015. Fast forward, 2026, up after the price fall per bag.
I'll just ask you one question.
I'm coming.
Let's look, just suppose with the
I will come to the CD rate. I'll come to the CD rate. So you see, in 2026, the farmer is taking 2,587 cedis.
Right.
Now, at the time the cocoa price was at its peak, 12,000 per ton, how much was the cocoa farmer receiving?
In dollar terms, how much does the 2,000 so and so translate into at the time? Because we'll look at time value of money too.
I'm coming to that. I will conclude with the CD dollar distance. I'm just making a distance here. So you see, if you look at the nominal CD income, it rose sixfold over the period. And you see that the world cocoa price also rose dramatically. But this is the fiat. When prices are increasing, Cocoa Board don't give farmers the full value of what they are due. But when prices fall, then they reduce the prices drastically. That's why our farmers are suffering. So look, this one there is not about politics. Now, let's come to the CD dollar distance you are talking about. We were all happy when we got a stronger CD. Is that not the problem? But to what effect did it have on the farmer? Because these commodities are priced in dollars. So I think as a country, we have to look at the way we price our cocoa farmers and our cocoa prices in our own cities for our farmers, such that they have a guaranteed price over a period.
But do we decide the world market prices? We don't.
You don't decide.
Right.
But you see that because of the fluctuation of the dollar is not stable.
Right.
Even at the time, the dollar was around 16 cedis to a dollar. As at the time I referenced this document, the dollar was the CD was about 10 point something to the dollar. Look at the lost. You understand? Right. So if we give our cocoa farmers discretion by pricing the commodity in cities for them, these shocks will not indirectly affect them. It erodes their income. So to me, Solo, I'm coming. Let me land and you come. Right. So you see, Johnny, I think we have to be sincere and honest with the situation at Cocoa Board. Cocoa Board need help. And we have to remove the nuances of politics.
No, of course.
And deal with the issue as they are. Because Cocoa Board is becoming a national security concern. Because if you look at the 880,000 smallholder farmers whose livelihoods we are talking about, is not a mean thing. And it's at the heart of food security for all of us. Because cocoa, whether we like it or not, has a nexus with our the way our farmers are able to uplift their livelihood. So when the prices are not good, what happens? They will have less to spend. When you don't have money to spend, it affects the economy.
Thank you.
So it is even in the interest of the country as a country, for us to see how we can stimulate the system, then the value chain goes and everyone.
Okay.
If I were to ask you one simple question,
please do.
Don't ask. We have to discuss the other. We have to discuss other topics. We beg you.
It's time.
The big conversation on 3FM Sunrise.
Now we know that the GRA and National Security see some tracks in a tax evasion bust. Millions of Ghana cedis recovered. We know that the trackers on the tracks were disabled. How did this happen? And how long has it been happening? And how much have we been losing? And why were we trying to sleep on the job or struggling to stay awake? Solo?
Johnny, who watches the Watchman? We have a lot of people with
Sunrise on 3FM.
security setups, be it custom, be it national security.
Right.
They must be in Nsawam for the Nsawam people to be in town.
Say again.
They must be in Nsawam.
No, I didn't get the first part.
A lot of GRA, custom, and national security people who are supposed to serve the interests of this country, they are rather thieves than those in Nsawam. So they must be in Nsawam.
So that those
in Nsawam
to be on the streets.
Because if you were going up, with the exception of those that have murdered people, I tell you, the net effect of their crimes comes nowhere near those that we believe that they are saints.
Wait, it's a serious thing you are saying.
I'm telling you because of what I know. You see, it cannot be that somebody will just get up and say, I'm going to swindle the system. They started from their flower side. Is that not the case?
That's right.
There it was imputed that it was what? Goods meant for transit. And anybody or everyone who is very well versed in this custom matters know that goods that have been classified as transit, they go with escort.
That's right.
How come there wasn't any escort? And how would it even cross anybody's mind that goods that are meant for local sales will be classified as transit
goods,
and then use it to go and face customers? It is because they have been doing it over and over again. This one, for all you know, someone was shortchanged in the equation. So then he gave the tip off. And look, recently there was this SACS. This Kokobo SACS. No, this system, people are not ready to develop this country.
So should we be clapping for the GRA and National Security?
Oh, I'm not clapping for them.
At least they got us somewhere.
Oh, Johnny, you were in the baby. Because this one, I'm sure the person who was shortchanged is a powerful person. Hence, let's blow the cover. They do it daily. Look, a lot of products enter into a market.
Right.
When you ask them how they got into this market, nobody seems to know. It comes from all over the places. We were talking about cocoa a while ago.
Right.
Do you know that farmers in the security, my intel, that are immigration people at the borders, they were only waiting for Cote d'Ivoire to continuously pay their old prices. Okay. That's the business they do. Because before goods could cross border, they has to have a collaborative work with the security agencies.
That's right.
So a lot of the people, they love the borders. This is a fact that they know. But you see, when you tell me that, bring documentary evidence to prove that because, but go to the borders. So me, I'm not clapping for anybody. It is something that they've been doing daily. That today, it wasn't good for someone that they had to blow cover. Going up, we must take a second look at how we recruit people into our security setups. Look, when you take money from people before recruiting them, what you are telling them is that when you also go, do everything possible to recoup your investment. How do we recruit people into our security setups? You remember the Timbila issue? That a police commissioner had to be interdicted because he was collecting bribes.
Sunrise on 3FM.
Before they will be recruiting people into the security setup. So if tomorrow you go on the street or the roadside and see a police person taking money from you, do you blame him? Look, there was this barrier at if we were coming from Cape Coast. Is it Biriwa or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, the entire country, I never knew that policemen could be so brave that they were using mobile money to take bribe. You get there and say, I mean, they took it from, they said they would take it from me.
They were not scared?
No, they were
that their names will appear on your phone.
They don't care. They say, look, you want to get there, so you want to just push them away. So I don't have physical cash. It's more. Oh, no, don't worry, give you the number. There. You send it to him. So I complained about it. I complained until they scrapped that Biriwa barrier. But then they have brought them back. And when you get there, it's same.
Nothing has changed.
No. Now that they have increased the amount.
How much was the amount?
Oh, those days, if you gave them 20, they will allow you to go. Now they have increased. They say everything is going up. So it is the way and manner. And that is why young ones, when they are looking for jobs, they say they are looking for where it is good.
Immigration. Customs.
Chefs. I have a case right now, involving one of the MPP, loudmouth. I have given a friendly advice to go and pay back the guy. He took money that he was recruiting people to chefs.
Don't mention anybody's name.
I will not mention because I have promised him that he must do the needful.
But if you know somebody who has taken bribes,
no, the guy has reported the matter to police.
Then you should be reporting to the police too.
No, it's not a matter. He has reported the matter. The affected person has reported the matter to the police.
So why are police not acting?
That's the point. So I told the guy, he realized that the police was not acting. So he came to me that I should blow the matter on air.
No, you should write about this to the OSP.
No, I will do that.
OSP, you should write about this.
OSP will not respond to me. Even the vice president is not responding to me. I might got some officers. He is not responding to me. But the truth of the matter is that gentleman, he knows he's not speaking, but now he's shaking because it is very easy for me to mention his name. So easy.
So they don't mention
that. If you tell me in a second, I would mention
it. Don't mention
it's okay. The money that he was getting him 2 slots. I said, so first of all, I castigated the guy who
How
gave
much was the money involved?
I think he paid 20,000 or so.
What?
And the messages are here that he was going to get. So I asked the guy, on what basis would you see this guy as a recruiting agency to give him the money in the first place?
Is that how the security services will recruit?
That's the point. But the guy used the name of the vice president. And because he follows him, because he's with him, and that's how they operate, it convinced the innocent person that, look, when I finish, I'll show you the text message.
I hear you.
For your this, I'll show you.
For my erudition.
And I'll show it to you too. So that it doesn't become like I just said something to represent something. No. It's not fair.
So look, Iman, let me bring you into this cover. You are the security expert. How did we miss this?
In fact, Johnny, the transit regime to the landlocked countries like Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali is a corridor for corruption. Yes. And some of us have long known this. You must ask yourself why it has taken long for some of these things to be exposed. And you see that it's not just the 2 self-officers they are mentioning. It's an institutional complicity in the whole enterprise. It's a cabal. Because you can't tell me that, Johnny, you assess goods that are worth over 85 million Ghana cedi to 2.6 million Ghana cedi. That is about 97% undervaluation. It is either that this person is incompetent or is just overlooking things. And this is the situation we find in our port. Because oftentimes I ask myself these questions. We have a lot of things coming to our port, and if you look at the charges they take at the port, Johnny, we shouldn't even have our rules that will even have potholes or things like that on.
That's right.
So it beats my imagination. If you look at things, many of the SEPS officers are richer than the state, and that is a fact.
Hey.
Many of the SEPS officers, look, if OSP is minded, OSP should do lifestyle audit of senior SEP officers. Look at how much they earn per month and the properties and things they are able to do. Where did you get that kind of resources from? You understand? Now, we're talking about technology. If you look at our ports, they have introduced very sophisticated technology.
But in this case, I'm told that the tracking systems were disabled by the...
Yes. So if you have a very robust technology system and you have complicit people who are managing it, they'll simply look at it.
But we spent a lot of money doing that.
Yeah.
ICOMS, then all those things.
Billions of dollars. And you see the annoying part. Now, how can a custom officer get 18 trucks? They get them out electronically at transit trucks. 2 people cannot do that, Johnny.
Of course, he has to go through a long chain.
2 people
a long
cannot
chain.
do that.
Yes, a long chain.
They shouldn't use these people as scapegoats or a smoke screen to hide this thing. And I think we must all be interested in this matter. It shouldn't be another case of the ECG where they made noise, nothing happened. Another case of Cocoa Board, they made noise, nothing happened. Ora, nothing happened. If nothing happens on this very matter, it means that we have a lot on our hands. And the sad thing is that, you know, they were only able to get 12 of the trucks.
That's right.
The 6 are still at large. It means that
they may have crossed.
They may have crossed. Not crossed to the transit zone. The goods are already in our markets. So the thing is that because...
Is that why sometimes the FDA will come and ask where these goods came from, and they cannot say where it came from?
Yes.
They smuggle into the system.
So you see, look at our fight against narcotics. If things like this can happen, if these containers were carrying narcotics, it means that they would have just gone through easily. So we have a lot. I think that
Sunrise on 3FM, the best in the morning.
A complete overhaul, build our structures and institutions. I agree with my brother with the mode of recruitment. We put political expediency at the expense of professionalism, and that's where we...
Political, protocol, and proper.
Yes.
That's what I see. So there's political police, there's protocol police, and there's proper police.
So this is what we have. Outshines the proper.
Yeah, but if you go, so I told somebody that if I go to the police station now and I start telling my story to a policeman, I don't know which
is the proper one.
Which is the protocol one or the political one.
Exactly. So if you look at the port as it is, we have party boys who have turned themselves to national security operatives. And it's nothing to do with this government. In the previous government, such arrangements were there. Why can't we do away with those things and make sure we harness our revenue, get the needed resources developed to develop our country? This government, the big push, very fantastic program. I support every aspect of it, and on many occasions I've had cause to praise the president, but not the NDC, the president. I like the president.
But the president is a member of the NDC.
Of course, his leadership is bringing the outcomes we are all seeing.
But he's leading the NDC.
It doesn't matter. I like the person, not the party. The person. And
so which party do you like?
Me. I like all political parties.
But you don't like the United Party. But you just said you don't like the NDC.
I'm a member of United Party. You forgot.
So now you're not.
Am I not your parliamentary candidate for Sabuba?
Yes, but now you are beginning.
Am I not your parliamentary candidate for Sabuba?
Yes.
You United Party.
So sometimes, my brother, look, this MBB,
I'm your
NDC, what help
candidate for
come to the yellow CC.
So John, to conclude,
yes,
if this government really want to get its big push agenda, it needs to plug in the loopholes.
Okay.
Because the revenues are there.
I hear you.
Except that scrupulous people are diverting these revenues and enriching themselves on this revenue.
It's 45 minutes after 9 on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. A very final conversation, and I'm sure then we can have a good Friday starting properly for us and a good weekend indeed.
The big conversation on 3FM Sunrise.
The 24-hour economy song. Yesterday, the president signed the bill into a full act, and we are waiting for the implementation plan. Solo, good news, or should we wait with bated breath, not too sure that it may be another, in the previous administration, things were announced that never happened.
Yes.
This one year has gone, we're in the second year. It's now a full law. We are waiting for the implementation plan. But can we have too much time to wait?
We can't have too much time to wait. And I will also be waiting with a bated breath because of our past history. Either than that, once they have moved the discussions and not further, when you pass an act or make something a law, that means you mean business. I think it's a positive step, but I will still wait for what will happen. Other than that, 24-hour economy is an efficiently managed economy. If your economy is doing very well, it will translate itself into 24-hour economy. I looked at the proposals that contained in the law, and it seems beautiful on paper. If you say people that are going to run two shift system, you are going to give them 25% tax rebate. It's a good thing. I mean, it's an incentive.
Right.
Those that are going to run 3 shifts, you are going to give them 50% tax rebate. It's an incentive. And also, the focal areas is so key. I think they took, once again, let me pat the president and then Dr. Gusitando at the back for also going beyond their NDC manifesto to take a look at the Great Transformation Plan once again.
They took it from you say?
They took a cue because you don't remember we gave them a copy of the GTP.
Yes,
and
you gave me a copy too.
Yes, 10 strategic anchor industries. What we did was to look at which areas that as a country we import a lot. For which reason we ship a lot of dollars from the system.
Okay.
So having identified those goods or products, we look at which ones we have comparative advantage. There are certain products and services you don't need extra hard work. What does it take to be planting tomatoes and I mean legumes and grains?
But we have seen that before with the Ghana map and showing us which raw material is where and which factories will be set where. We've seen that before.
Yeah, but
it didn't happen.
That is why, in the earlier discussions, I questioned the NAPCO vis-a-vis the one district, one factory. The one district, one factory was to deal with what you were saying. You look at the map and then comparative advantage, you set up an industry in a particular location. What the then government was to do was should have passed the law to back the 1D, 1F, should have guaranteed for the private sector. It went to Parliament for them to guarantee for the private sector so that when they went to banks, their loans will have a lower interest rate. They never did because of politics. You understand? Rather, they invested the money at NAPCO. The entire one district, one factory, they gave it a budgetary allocation for the entire period, less than 500 million Ghana cedis, and invested close to 5 billion into the NAPCO. So it told you the direction, the appetite of the then administration.
But the factories would have created a lot more jobs.
That is, you see, that's why sometimes you see when people come here with big titles, I said, forget about the title. Listen carefully to the person that is holding the title, whether or not in common and in plain language is making sense. How can he invest more in chop? That graduates, people that have finished university, you'll be paying them 700 cedis every month, and you deprive companies that could be working and then employing these same people and be giving them 10,000, 15,000.
But some of the companies also got the monies.
Yes.
And they were supposed to expand.
Yes.
And they didn't.
No, because
and
of
the
the
broadcast with the money.
I don't know about that.
Those
was free gift.
I don't know about that.
You know the one district, one factory. When the MPP came to power, they decided to take it from Alan Chamante. They set up a secretariat.
Yes, that's
and
correct.
then put Gifty Ohene Kunadu there. Alan had to fight the administration because in their mind, Alan was going to work to broaden the industrial space, and he would have advantage of that based on, and for that matter, their internal primaries. So right from 2017, people were thinking about succession plan.
So we'll get over this thing.
Why am I? It's part of the discussions we are doing.
No, you have formed your party now.
Oh,
you
see, the past must help to reshape.
So was that why Alan left the MPP?
Alan left. Not because of that.
So because of what?
Because of the way and manner the NPP itself has transformed itself from New Patriotic Party to Nana People's Party. They were not having any ideological
Nana's People's Party
for them to be
speaking to your mic.
You understand?
Nana's People's Party.
Clearly, now there is a law, and some of us will take advantage of the law. Because if you are a businessman and you have the technical eye, all you need to do is to go and take the act and look at the pleasure of this administration, where they want to invest, and then you approach them. I believe they will be talking to their banks alone. That's why some of us were also against the idea of collapsing indigenous banks, because
we consolidated the
no,
banks.
They collapsed them.
We consolidated the banks.
We had Unibank. It took Nana Akufo-Addo to collapse Unibank.
Consolidated bank.
Consolidated bank. Ever since they got themselves consolidated, I've been approaching them for a facility. Not even here.
Maybe you don't qualify.
Which one don't qualify?
No, you don't qualify.
Which one
Maybe you don't have a collateral.
Well, I have collateral. When Unibank was there, I moved there. They gave me. You people came consolidated. We knock at you. Tell us big English.
Unibank. Maybe you had a friend in there.
Which one? I was going with my business plan. Do for with that foresight. They were giving me. You understand? Why did they collapse Agungo's bank, Heritage Bank?
Who collapsed that bank?
No, the banking sector. You know, it was
at the time they were collapsing Heritage Bank. Heritage Bank had met the threshold, the 400 million minimum capital requirement.
Yeah.
They said Seydou Agongo's face didn't look good.
Oh,
he wasn't part of the clique. That was the reason. A party that could improve.
Who said that?
Having to listen to Seydou Agongo's interview.
Slow down.
His own interview.
But he said, how could that be true? How do you listen to somebody's interview?
Who's been accused
of something?
Have you listened to?
Where are the documents to prove that?
Have you listened to him?
Yes, I've listened to him.
That because he went to a program, to Ochiman's program, and danced, the next day they invited him to the police headquarters. They started investigating.
These are TikTok.
So you mean Kofi Amoabe is TikTok?
Oh. He
said that interview. You see,
actually,
you are not listening to the people.
But Johnny, listen. You see,
I'm a bit of old.
You see,
he brought YouTube back that employed a lot of people.
Look, you don't listen
so
to somebody.
And he showed the dance. In fact, he showed the dance that he went to dance, based on which he was invited by the CID boss, the Yoko boss, the OSP.
But why was he dancing like that in front of the
But the dancing was good. It was sweet. He was dancing his sorrows away. You remember that time
in front of the president.
But why? The president, why? If you are president, we can't dance in front of you. Hey, president for 4 years, 5 years, now president. Is not former president.
It's Ketis.
Okay.
Which one is Ketis? The supreme. So
the protocols and practices, Solo.
Yeah, Johnny, that didn't you like it? So because the president Akufo-Addo was there,
we were not in the club. We were not in the club.
How cheap?
We were not in the club.
How cheap we could reduce our governance?
We were not. Look. On a more serious note, Johnny,
which one is
let
me
just make this point. Solo, are you telling me that
yes,
if I go for a job interview, I don't get the job?
Yes.
And I come and tell you that because of my beard, they didn't give me the job. You go to the market shopping that they deny him an occulting job because he had a beard.
That's not the case. If you make that allegation,
I've been said it. Abongo said it. You didn't listen to the other side.
The other side
you didn't even go to the Bank of Ghana to verify the document.
But Ima,
that cannot happen. Why didn't they collapse?
Ima, use the mic. Ima, use the mic. Use the mic.
The fact is that
you asked me why did
we were all against using the billions of Ghanaians taxpayers' money to collapse these banks because of the effects, the job lost, the effect on livelihood and other things. But we cannot come and make politics out of it.
It don't mean making. So you mean Kofi Amoabe is doing politics?
No,
do you believe Kofi Amoabe will do politics?
But in a country where we
all condemn that.
In a country where
that money that we use in collapsing.
So you believe Amoabe was lying?
If we wanted to inject that money into these banks, especially Pakisindun's banks, because my place in Saboba, that was the first bank to get there. It gave relief to farmers. If you travel to the rural areas,
yes, GN Bank.
Yes.
GN Bank.
And he kind of gave market women financial literacy.
Yeah. So the point is that.
So to me,
yes,
I condemn that. We all condemn that. But don't come and say
it is not me saying it. It is Amobi saying it.
So hold on.
It was Bank of Ghana that
It's the Bank of Ghana. Thank you.
Is Bank of Ghana a political entity?
No,
it's not.
Ima, let me play the devil's advocate. In a country where we can deny Rasta people education,
and it's not the best guy in the US doing.
Can we not look at somebody's face and now say that we won't give you this education?
Oh, but I find it very, very unacceptable or very difficult to believe that because somebody danced before
the man said it.
He said it, but
but nobody has denied that.
Maybe they don't have time to do
that. They know it's the truth because he said it not in secret.
Will you respond to untruth if you feel that it amounts to nothing?
Hey, if I went somewhere and on air, I said Emmanuel Coutin is an armed robber, would you say, and you know it's not true, would you not respond?
Order send the Wesley girls case, right? That they should allow
the hijab
and give them
during Ramadan, right?
So it is an interesting ruling.
Is that what?
They've given an order.
That what?
That
the hijab should be allowed to wear their hijab. Anyway,
and allow Muslim ladies to practice their faith. I think they've given 6 months for that to be regularized in all public institutions.
The implementation we are here.
I think that the religious schools, if they want to maintain their old time stuff, they shouldn't be gagged.
Let me quickly
turning the schools into public schools and things. I need to have a
let me quickly get your thoughts on it.
You see, the 24-hour economy, I really
from a security perspective,
I really want to ask other countries that are practicing 24-hour economy. Did it take by way of legislation to do that? Africa will make things big deal. You see, the 24-hour economy is a very good policy.
In the morning
it should go beyond party slogan and become a national policy.
Right.
The 1D1F, right, was a good policy that should have gone beyond political slogan and made a national policy.
But there was no law back in it.
That's why I'm saying that.
Go ahead. Make your point.
We have the National Development Planning Commission, right? I think this country, what we need is a 10 or 20 years strategic plan. That any political party that comes will be forced to what? To respect same.
Right.
Because I see this policy as another government coming to power in the future, and if they have numbers in parliament, they can decide to do whatever they want to do. Like we are seeing the reversal of name change of public places and things like that. I think as a country, those things don't help us. We have very serious issues to concentrate on. But to me, I think that we need to lay the infrastructure first before we roll out the 24-hour economy. Security-wise, I think is very critical.
Right.
Especially given the times we live in, our response rate to crime is very low. The kind of security we practice here is visibility. That's all. When you are under attack by armed robbers and you call the police, they will ask you the kind of weapons the armed robbers are using and things like that. Or they will come when they have finished the operation and left.
Right.
So I think that we have a lot to do, and the NDC government should not make it as if it's a party manifesto they want to fulfill. They should bring other stakeholders into it.
Okay.
So that's why they should have had a public conversation.
But that is why the law is there.
Coming.
It's not a law.
Before the law, they should have had some form of public.
But there was a public engagement. The public engagement is Parliament debating it. Parliament is a representation of all of us.
He wanted a town hall meeting kind of arrangement.
The last time Kenofurata did town hall meeting, it ended up in a very difficult
you can't equate town hall meetings to what Parliament is doing.
Seven is telling me that to those assets, neighboring countries compensate cocoa farmers with 3,600. Consider relocating your member farmers to those nations.
So our farmers relocate.
There's a very sad issue. 30 seconds if you see it on TV3 now. An 18-year-old gentleman knocked down a security guard. Unconscious at the Ridge Hospital. He was literally restricting him. I think he was being belligerent. And he hit the guy, and so he's been arrested. And I like the swift response of the police. Good morning to COP Donko, the Director General of CID. I don't know how.
But you know, it's
been denied entry to the maternity ward. He wanted to enter the maternity ward. It was past visiting hours, and he wanted to enter the maternity ward. You know, because of the children and their susceptibility to infections, etc. They don't allow people.
And you go and punch a security person.
He hit him. The guy. You should see how he was handling the guy. I mean, the guy fell down unconscious. And he would pick him up and literally drop him and pick him up and drop him. So he's been arrested, and I am very happy that he has been arrested.
Have to deal with him.
Yes.
So Johnny, this 24-hour economy thing, good policy, but we must minimize the politics in it. Otherwise, it will become another.
I'm going to look at areas
investment. When they say
you can take advantage.
Yes,
I hear you.
Look at areas to take advantage.
It must come to stay so we can get a lot more factories.
Exactly.
But this is a very sad issue. Very sad.
But it links to what is happening in our various secondary schools. Last time I was listening to West Africa Secondary School.
Right.
Students chasing teachers, in fact, beating them up.
You know, one happened at Adisadel College. Adisadel College, where a student, like, forehead was hit on the side of the bunk bed.
Yes.
You remember that one, that video?
Yes.
What happened to that?
No,
issue?
nothing.
There are many others. What do you call it?
Johnny,
Accra High School.
Accra High School, and even the recently.
Johnny, do you know my children were in a disco at Adisadel?
Right.
After that video, I withdrew my children from the school.
Wow.
Yes.
Because
two of my children were in Adisadel. After that video, I withdrew them.
Good thinking.
Yeah.
We have to go. And let's wish a few good people happy birthday. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday to you. But thank you to the Ghana Police Service, and thank you to the Ghana Health Service for taking a very, very strong and bold decision. I congratulate you. And a happy birthday to you, if it's your birthday today. Happy birthday also to Dr. Prophet Samuel, or Prophet Dr. Samuel, I should say. God bless and keep you. May this new age come with great blessings from Sergeant Elvis Selassie Ahachi. Also, a happy birthday to, bring your name, a beautiful superstar. Super duper birthday to you, Tina. It's your birthday. This from Sabato and Wandela. Happy birthday also to Susanna Osei-Kufuor of PWCE Ebri. May this new year of your life bring you happiness and good health and all the beautiful things your heart desires. You deserve the very, very best. Happy birthday to you. Also, a happy birthday to Ajwa Esamwa Ban Echampong. Keep shining and being the amazing person you are. Enjoy your special day. This from Ezekiel. And greetings, special one to Abubakar Manaf, your car dealer based in Japan but currently in Ghana. You love our show. I hear. A happy birthday to Irabina Dokas. Irabina Dokas or Ajwa Samoa Ban Echampong. Ajwa Samoa Ban Echampong. Keep shining and being the amazing person that you are. Last but definitely not least, Lady in Green. Happy birthday to Dokas Irabina. That's the Dokas Irabina lady we're talking about of Wisconsin International University Law Faculty. This is from Alfred Okansi and the group. they wish you all the best. My name is Johnny Hughes. I've been here with DJ Phil, Jerome, and Corey, and Sixtus Don Ulo, and Elia George Quenin. And you know, Haliga is ready with all the news. We'll see you on Monday. Have a good weekend.